All right, all right, all right.
What up, Peckerwood?
Trying to get my damn computer to do something for me. It's being cantankerous.
Hell, mine keeps wanting to cut off on me. My phone keeps
What
going
the
to dark
hell?
screen. I think we've been plagued by viruses, man.
Damn it. It's the bloody Russians. I don't know what's going on with it. Everything's all stoved up like a bad back. Uh-oh. We getting some action. Here we go. There we are. How you doing there, pizza delivery guy?
Doing all right there, Jay Wong.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, not too bad, my friend. Not too bad. Had to throw this one out on the fly. I had to shut down my painting job today and run to Louisville to a little thing at my kid's school.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like some, like open house type deal. We literally went in the kid's classroom, and then the teacher made us do shit like the kids would do. I was like, "Fuck's this? I did my time."
No, it's a training exercise to make sure because if you forgot it, then they know you ain't treating the kids the right shit at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it wasn't math class. They would have been like, "Whoa, whoa, your dad might have to be on the short bus here, kid." But
Yeah, so hey,
she goes to a art school, so we had to draw shit. We had to do it. I forget already the medium, but it's you ever seen it where you draw, but you never take the pencil off the paper the whole time?
I have never
Like,
seen it. I've heard it.
like once you start, you can't pick it back up. You got to like do it the full way.
Yeah.
So they're like, pick something in your room to do it, and everybody's trying to come up with this elaborate shit. Like there's some fucking Van Goghs or some shit, bunch of goofy ass parents. I simply drew the pencil I was holding, and I fucking rocked it
Did you?
out. Yeah, looked like a pencil.
Well, that's
More than I
cool.
could say
That's
for her
cool.
mama, whatever the hell she was trying to draw. I was like, small victories, small victories.
They're all small, Justin. You ought to know that by now. You'd be happy with them.
Yeah, I was ecstatic that my pencil came out right. Then
Did you
I
draw a big pencil? And because the first thing me and Zach could draw would be a penis or a set of balls. It's just that's the first thing that fucking comes. I don't know what the deal is.
what a missed opportunity. I could have drawn a penis. Damn it.
And could have been on the news too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kid new school. I got
Yeah.
I got some kind of wild ass charges.
Yeah. I ain't never heard of these, Your Honor. Damn. This must be an honor.
Yeah. Good thing you never saw my desk in high school. There's dicks all over it.
Isn't that funny?
I had to say, I stopped by your house the other day.
Yeah.
I was impressed by your collection of bourbon, my friend.
That's just has been shit. I mean, it's just every day. Most of it's every day, other than a few things. It ain't like some of these guys that go out there and get all that pappy and all that other shit. So I figure when the apocalypse finally shows up, I'm gonna be ready because I'm gonna be down here shooting kneecaps out of the basement, drinking bourbon, enjoying the shit out of it.
Yeah. Well,
So
long as they don't shut down 60, the old back roads, then
yeah,
I'll probably come here and help you hold down the fort.
make sure you got the password, man. Because it's gonna be one. What's the password?
I was watching this comedian the other night, and he said, I guess when his kid went to school, she heard that like she's supposed to have like a safe word in case like somebody tries to kidnap her. Like if they don't know her and her parents' safe word, then like she's not gonna go with them. So he was like, all right, so what's the safe word? And she said, motherfucker. And he was like, why that? He's like, who says motherfucker to a kid? I was like, that's actually pretty fucking genius.
Well, hell yeah, motherfucker. Is it? I guess the way you say it makes a difference too. like motherfucker, damn, or
Yeah.
motherfucker. You know, it's got
I'm waiting
different
on them.
dialects.
I'm waiting on them to take that from us too. They've taken so many words from us. They take motherfucker. I am screwed.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll
I
come up
use
with
it.
another one. Don't
I
worry
use it
about
as a term of endearment. I use it angry. I use it as an insult. I use it. It's so multifaceted.
it. It
It's
is
one of my
like
favorites.
motherfucker. That was a good
Yeah.
hamburger. Yeah.
I tell you, my favorite one to call people, and I said this to Tricky Ricky for the first time years ago, and it really pissed him off, like to the point where it was hilarious how mad he got. But I used to like when somebody do something dumb, I love to throw out retard ass motherfucker. Like that was my like look at you, yo retard ass motherfucker. Like you just throw it out there.
And he
It
wanted to fight, did he?
it dumbfounded him. The string of words that I called him. It was hilarious how mad he got. Like he never heard it before.
What? You
Now
was from the big city.
all these years later, he uses it.
Yeah, that's a hoot family, buddy. I enjoy watching some of them. And like I say, I think Todd might be related. I think he's one of them damn retard motherfuckers. What is it? Retard ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, he's from Lawrenceburg, so you know,
I thought he was. Yeah,
in
yeah, I
some
thought he was.
backwoods Jerry Springer universe, he probably is related to us. You know.
Yeah. Imagine knocking on the door and him coming to the door. Can I help you? Just no, I'm all right. All right, everything cool. I got this.
I tell you, the wildest shit is one of my cousins married a girl, and then my other cousin married her cousin. But then my great uncle left my great aunt, which is one of these cousins' daddy, and he ended up marrying both of my
One of them.
cousins' wives' aunt. I was like, that ain't incest, but goddamn, y'all are knocking on the door.
They smoothing it out there, ain't they? It's on perfect bruised.
I was like, you're one family reunion away from having a kid with 4 eyes. I can promise you.
Well, so what are you working on?
Well, now I'm in one of the it's a wild building. It's where they dump all the like chemical sludge and shit. Like if we go pump out a doo-doo pit, then we dump it in the sanitary. But if we go dump out something like paint sludge or acid, we got to dump it in this one trench, which goes into a vat. And then somehow it goes through a fucking chemical process where it hardens like hard paint, and they break it up, put it in these big dumpsters. But then they got these huge tanks full of lime. I guess that's part of the process of breaking it down. I don't fucking know the science behind it. But anyways, everything over there on these big tanks, you got to get on top of the tanks, all handrails, 3 flights of steps to go up to the mezzanine. The entire mezzanine's handrails. So right now I'm painting handrails.
Are you using a little popcorn roller?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you? I got you.
Yep.
A Slim Jim, whatever you want to call it.
My favorite thing on those I found is the peanut roller, popcorn roller, whatever you want to call it, and a 1.5 inch brush. It gets the corners and shit real good. And like that's usually how I roll with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You need one of those adjustable arms, where you could sit there and twist it and the roller would be on it, and then all of a sudden you twist it and the paintbrush be on it. And then that way you could just, you see what I'm saying, man? You'd be like from outer space or something. Uranus, or I don't know where it's from.
The wildest thing is, I thought about that, like, I've only been right hand heavy forever. So I feel like the degree of like the learning curve of learning how to really use a left hand, like I'd have pain everywhere.
Oh, I'm sure. It's like beating off with the other hand. I mean, it's like you're getting some strains. It's just so fucking jerky and all weird ass shit's happening at the same time. Yet your eyes still roll back in your head. It gets the job done.
Yeah. See, I like
how you do it with don't you do it with the nub and just stroke it like that? Yeah.
Well, see, I like to use the nub like a big cow tongue and just kind of like play with the balls a bit.
That's pretty weird. Yeah. Two chunks of skin that don't belong together. You don't still see that floating out in space every day.
Not only did you say that's pretty weird, which I admit it is, but the look across this kitchen table that my wife gave me when I say that
Yeah,
confirmed that was absolutely weird.
yeah, because I mean, it does look like a cow tongue. I got one in the freezer.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Do you eat cow tongue, beef tongue?
I have not. I have not. I had planned on eating this one, but then it's been in there for a couple of years, so it's probably past its prime.
A
So I
couple
figured,
years.
yeah, I figured we would just in the freezer. I figured we'd just take it and use it when we're out of toilet paper. You know, you put a stick on that motherfucker and just wipe that ass clean, and then take it over to the sink and rinse it out real good. Make sure you got brown towels when everybody comes over. You don't want no white hand towels or no kind of shit like that.
That is the definition of how now the brown cow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's funny though. I came home the other night and I told the wife, I said, Jeter's bourbon collection looks like the bourbon aisle at Kroger's.
Well, and you know the good thing about it's right next to the toilet. So every time I'm sitting there taking a dump, I just sit there and I look at it and kind of slobber.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just look at it and think about what drunk. Speaking of that, what did you pull off the shelf tonight, good sir?
Oh, no, this is just a reserve. I got just a little bottle of the rye.
A little rye.
Yeah.
I had to say, you weren't lying. Mixing rye with Coke tastes like Coke with dirt in it. Rye on the rock, not a bad drink.
I'm telling you, man, it's good and it gets rid of all that bad sugar for you. So, you know, next thing I'm doing, I'm start mixing it up with kale and making a smoothie out of it. Nobody know I'm fucked up on the job. He's on his power drink again.
Like,
look at him go up and down that ladder.
He's vegan now. He's health conscious. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's kale smoothie with no liquor in it at all. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's some brown seaweed, buddy.
My daughter, for her birthday, which my daughter's full-blown vegan right now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but here's the thing. I had some to-go food the other night, and I had some pieces of carne asada from one of my favorite Mexican restaurants in there. And I looked at it the other day, and I asked my wife, I was like, what the hell? Like, what happened? You throw my steak out? She's like, no, there's literally just like one little chunk of it in there. I was like, I think my kid's been midnight carnivoring on me. I can't wait to catch her ass, because after that, I'm like,
you do that shit?
I'm shutting this vegan shit down, kid. Bacon cheeseburgers forever.
Yeah, do you night eat? Do you go in there in the middle of the night and just grab a handful of shit?
Only when I'm stoned.
Really?
Now, if the late night, smoke me a little doobie, smoke a bowl, watch a movie. When the wife wakes up in the morning, it looks like a werewolf went through the cupboards. I mean, there's wrappers and shit everywhere. My worst thing is chips. If we got a bag of chips and I get a good stone, a whole family-sized bag of Doritos, I'll crush it. I'll go through the whole damn bag.
Just regular Doritos or Cool Ranch, or what do you like? It doesn't matter.
My go-to is regular and Cool Ranch. I like them both equally. I don't really get into all the other wild new flavors like the Thai chili. I don't get into all that. But Cool Ranch and original Doritos, I will wreck them. And we used to do taco salad. And I'd use regular tortilla chips, for the taco salad. But taco salad on top of Doritos, it's paradise in your mouth. It's amazing.
Have you ever made your own tortillas? Deep fried them?
No, I've always wanted to, but I never have.
Shit, that's crazy good. If you got like one of them little Go Fry Daddies or whatever they are, little basket deals, drop it down in just go get you some corn tortillas at the store. The pack of 50, I do the flour. And cut them in fours. Yeah, and just drop them down in there. And then when they come out of the grease, they curl up. Sprinkle your, we use garlic, salt, and all that shit on it. So, yeah, you could do anything. Lowry seasoning.
So how is it when you do it like that and fry them? Like, does it still taste like the restaurant style chip or something?
It tastes more. Yeah, it tastes more like the white style chip they have. The ones that aren't as hard and crunchy. a little more puffier. Now, I guess you could get the plain yellow corn tortillas and get like what you get out of a bag. But there's a big difference in eating one that just came out of the fryer. It's like a donut. Once you had a donut from Krispy Kreme right when it's fucking still steaming, that's unreal.
I tell you what, when I was years ago, when they made the new Champs, I got a job there at the laser tag. And they had like the full kitchen. Like it wasn't just like
fuck yeah.
It wasn't just like skating rink like cafeteria food or like
no, they eat over there.
Yeah, they had like but I got the nachos one time. I was like, damn, these are like amazing. And then Nick showed me the way. He would just get like the bag of regular already made tortilla chips, but he'd put them in the deep fryer for a couple seconds in the grease. Put them out.
Going again. Yeah.
A whole nother level. Like, like just really just taking a bag of Tostitos and doing that at home. I've never done it, but I'd imagine it's another level. Actually,
he's got the cool setup over there to do all that stuff. It's awesome. I mean, we've been over there for a few family deals, and I know they all get together. I think instead of doing Thanksgiving, they do all Italian food, like homemade lasagna and all that bullshit. Yeah, so they usually do it before the Jeters show up. So
I had the luxury one time of having his grandmother's manicotti.
Yeah,
bro.
Was it man's eyes?
Old world. I mean, she's for real Italiano. You know what I mean? She's Big Daddy Joe's mama. And boy, you talk about throwing down some fucking Italian food. God damn.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
It's awesome. My grandmother used to make stuffed shells. And
you like them?
I loved them. But I found out like I only loved them my grandmother's. I've gotten them at restaurants before, and to me, not even close to my granny. Like, but it might be a little nostalgia, as well. Because, like, to me, like my buddy, me and him, every time we go fishing, our pact is after we fish, wherever we're at, we find a Mexican restaurant, get beer.
And a bathroom.
And Mexican food. Yeah. And
yeah.
So he was talking to me about something. He lives in Lexington. And I was like, dude, bar none, my favorite Mexican restaurant in Lexington is Durango's. And he was like, Durango's? I was like, yeah, Durango's. And he was like, I don't know, man. Like, there's this place, like, dude. And the funny thing is, I can't tell you if it's because I think their food's that great or if it's just the nostalgia of it. When I walk in there, it takes me right back to Jaguars football, Reds baseball, Dale Taylor. It takes me all the way back. I love it. Like, it's weird. I guess the older I get, the more I look for things that remind me of my childhood, I guess. I'm really big into nostalgia shit. I'm randomly now super into Macho Man Randy Savage. But it ain't because I think he's some kind of awe-inspiring person. It's just that I remember as a kid how what a spectacle that motherfucker was,
He'd walk in a place in character and just blow it the fuck away. Could you imagine doing that? Walking into Durango's and slapping the shit out of a couple little Mexicans and sitting down and doing what the fuck you want to do. Bring
Especially him,
bitch.
You're like, oh, Tito Santana, you are the flying burrito Guyana. Like the way he would talk, he probably wouldn't get away with shit nowadays. But god damn it, he watching his promos is some of the funniest shit you can watch. Which actually, that is the absolute inspiration behind my Halloween costume this year.
The Pringles can.
The Pringles can.
No.
I might just do that Pringles can thing on stage.
No, yeah, that'd be a good thing. Yeah, have a Pringles thing. You need a Pringles thing, and then you need a KFC bucket on your head. And what else could you get?
Probably I can make some fucking suspenders out of Slim Jim wrappers.
Yeah. Get the big ones. Yeah.
I'll just be I'll be Captain Munchie.
I'm him most of the day. Yeah, I am till I get home and sit down and eat everything that's in the refrigerator, and then I'm pretty much mellowed out until dinner time. So yeah, I eat a lot. It's terrible.
Have you ever been able to see the picture of my dad as the Bud Man?
The Bud Man.
He had a full Bud Man costume. He was like Budweiser, but it was like a
I don't think I've
superhero
seen that.
outfit.
No.
Yeah, it's. I'll get my mom to send it to you. It's hilarious.
So
I
your
guess when
dad wore tights, is what you're trying to tell me?
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Ain't this a bitch?
he'll never cop to it, but he did.
Yeah,
There's
I bet
picture evidence of it.
he'll change the
But
story
it's
when I
funny. It's
talk
like
about it.
it was back when him and all his buddies were young. I don't even know if I was born yet. If I was only like one or two. Like it's back 80s, you know. But that costume to this day is pretty fucking phenomenal. The Bud Man. Let me see if I can find a pic of it. Not him, but just a random picture of it. What
We used to get carried away with that shit. Yeah, we had a good time with the costumes at Halloween for shit 6, 7 years. Yeah,
what would you
seven, maybe eight.
say what would you say was your what's your favorite costume you've ever done personally?
For me,
Yeah.
I like the Grim Reaper on stilts. Just I look like an old ass witch. I had a little rubber chin and funky fucking mask, and I took a couple black sheets. I can't call them black, can I?
Yeah, it's
Okay, just checking, just
still
checking.
a color.
Oh shit! There's gunshots on Liberty Road. Just got a ring notification. Let me put my hard hat on. Anyway, it
So
was
wait,
like
your
it was
ring
like
will
a
tell you if there's gunshots?
oh man, these motherfuckers are crazy. They don't do nothing but sit around here and they'll post something the minute they hear a crack outside. You know, it's terrible.
But like the ring, like it'll pick up a gunshot?
No, people hear it and then they post on the neighborhood alerts.
Ah, I see. See this
Oh, it's
here?
crazy.
Can you see
Yeah,
this?
it's the Bud Man. Yes, I do remember the Bud Man now.
That my dad went as that one year. Like legit that costume.
That's funny. I wonder if he still has the costume.
God, I wish he did. I probably couldn't fit it because he was, he was fit back in the day. I mean, I've lost some weight, but I still don't think I'm like his high school skinny. You know what I mean? Like he was a fit fella for a long time. Did you ever? I think we played football together. Was you around when he like got jacked?
I would know. I like I say.
There was
I
a
think I
time
was
in my
a
childhood
year
where
or
he
two.
swelled up like he was
Who did? Your
my
dad
dad.
did?
He was actually lifting. His lifting partner at the gym was actually the Tennessee Titans athletic trainer,
No, I got
and
you.
and he was
So
a big
that's
old
why
boy.
his elbows and his hips are all fucked up.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
Yeah. No, I have not. I didn't notice that. I mean, shit. No, like I say, it went by so fast. From y'all hitting it at 7 all the way up until Zach was fucking in college with that shit. It's crazy. The personal trainers, the schedules, and to be that dedicated to it. I don't think I ever had that kind of dedication in high school. You know,
Ah,
you want to buzz quick. You want something to taste good. You want to be fucking out there. You needed the bang in the head, but it didn't have to last forever and didn't take forever to get there. So, I never was big into sports in high school at all. Didn't go to college, started a family right out of high school. So, no.
did you ever play like park and rec ball or anything?
I played 1 year up at Idlewild for the Hurricanes. Got
Shit.
in, yeah, got in one play. Man, we weren't into this shit. We lived out in the country. I went to a private school. I didn't know nobody. All of a sudden they said, "Go in, Jeter, and play this right there." I seen the boy running with the ball. I did a karate fucking flying, grabbed him in a headlock, and fucking put him on the outside of the fucking field. We both running full blast, and I was like, "He's mine." And I just fucking rode his ass in a headlock out of bounds. They get up, they throw a flag. I'm like, did I do something wrong? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I knew nothing about sports. I played a little baseball from like 13 to 15, and got halfway decent at that, but just didn't want the dedication. just didn't have the time for it. Nobody, I took myself. I don't even think mom took me. I rode my bike to practices and games and shit like that. I was a loner, Dottie.
Yeah.
I was.
So what was your since you didn't really do sports? Were you getting an empty cup? What was your what was your thing when you were a kid? Like what were you into? What was you
Let's
doing?
see. Mom would pick me up from school sometimes, or mainly the house. She'd pick me up the house, and then she'd take me to Dad down at the furniture store. So I'd be at the furniture store from, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we might lock up around 9 or 10. He'd stop by the bar for an hour or two. Not every night, a bunch of nights he'd stop by there. We'd get home and food would be on the stove in 2 or 3 pans, and we'd stand there and chow down with a fork and go to bed. It was just working all the time. That's all we did back. We didn't really do anything. Didn't go concerts. Shit, no. When I hit 15, I was like, man, this is fucking cool as shit. I started getting a little free time running around the neighborhood. By the time I came out of 8th grade in a private school, and by the time I was middle of 9th grade, it was fucking on. I show up in a fucking nice little button-down collar coming out of a sweater and fucking leave Beaumont in torn jeans and fucking red eyes. It's fucking. I had a good time in high school. I really did. I didn't apply myself the way I should have, but I had a good time. That's my party
Yeah.
time with school. Yeah.
I think my whole high school experience was pretty
That's
fucking
badass.
epic.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I didn't I didn't learn shit as far as like the stuff I needed to know moving forward to be a productive adult. Like I didn't learn nothing. Like I can't remember much of nothing that I like. The only classes that I was good in outside of gym was history and English class.
History's cool. History's cool. I mean, as I get
Well,
older,
history to
I
me was
notice shit.
always interesting just because, the stories and shit. But it was easy for me. I mean, basically the test was name, date, place. So it was easy enough to pass. And then English class, I don't know. I was always like into stories, literature, like not really like big, like I could read a story and comprehend what it was and be into it. I remember one time I had to take this test, and after school, like I had missed it or some shit, and I took it like just me and the teacher, and she read it and she looked at me and she was like these
You
answers
need
aren't.
help.
Well, she said these answers aren't right. I said, but what do you mean? And she was like, well, on this one it's this, but it's this. I said, but that's your rendition of the book. I said, when I read this is what I take. And the funny thing is, she could tell that I read it because I knew what I was talking about. But I gave her such a compelling argument of how I saw what the author was saying differently that she gave me an A. She couldn't combat what I seen. I was like, dude, I read it and this is what I seen. You read it and this is what you seen. This is what you put on your bullshit ass test. But I don't think that's what the author was saying. And she could not argue with me about it. I was like, that honestly was probably my proudest uh um educated moment in school because like I won up the teacher. Like, and it wasn't bullshit. Like I really compelled her with that. Like I think
So
she had to go
you
back and read it after that.
you started the free spirit movement, didn't you, Jay Wall? You and
I
your
guess.
damn little rainbow britches and your fucking
Yeah.
Urkel clothes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I told her, I said, now I'm gonna go suck my math teacher off for an A.
Yeah, buddy. You need to go that extra mile, brother.
Yeah, but like science, when it was like biology and animals and shit, I was into it. But then when it got to like chemistry, I was like, fuck you. I hated chemistry. I couldn't stand it. All
Okay.
these like C2 means this, and I was like, you lost me. Like, I'm out of here. I don't go on, give me the F. I don't know. I
See,
don't.
chemistry would have really helped you in moonshining. And your
Yeah.
mathematics right now should be sparking up while you're mixing your paints there, brother. You should be getting into the quarts and the conversions and all that bullshit. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I
I
mean, I
remember
never thought
talking
I'd
to
use
Zach.
math at all. Yeah.
I remember
Until
talking
we.
to Zach at Catholic, and he was like, "What are you about to do?" I was like, "I'm going to algebra." I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm going to trigonometry." I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "What? What did you say to me? Are you speaking English? Trig a what?"
Yeah,
Zach was always really good at math, though.
he was. He was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from.
See, me, I
I
was
think,
always like basic math: add, subtract, multiply,
but they've
divide.
changed
I
that.
got it.
They've changed that with the new shit. What's it called? There's a whole different kind of way of doing math now that you don't have to show your problems.
Yeah.
What's it called? Mine should be doing it, whether she's a
She
vegan or
did.
not.
The funny thing was when she brought it to me, she's like, "You fill in these squares and do X, Y, and Z, and that's how you get to the problem." I was like, "It was a division problem." Well,
Yeah.
I was like, I wrote out the number. I did the little line, put the other number in there, and I did the division. I was like, "There's your answer. That's how you do it." She was like, "No, Dad, what is this?" I was like, "What is this?" And she was like, "What is this?" I was like, I don't know. I don't know what your teacher's doing to you, kid. Like, this is how I've always done division. Like, I don't understand any other way to do it. And she's looking at me like I'm nuts. I'm looking at her like your teacher's nuts. I was no help for her. I was like, this is the answer. I promise you. And I even got a calculator out and I showed her. I was like, look, I told you. This is how you get to it. She looked at me like, you look at you, you fucking ancient creature. Yeah. As soon as she came, I know exactly something like this new form of math, which I would imagine if they taught it to me when I was doing it, I would get it, maybe. But
Oh,
by
they
the
just
time I
throwed it on
learned
there
the
to
way I
make the
learned,
parents look stupid. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it. It didn't come around with you all. So, but I
no,
know Shay's
I was
dealing
doing
with it
long
with the kids.
division, writing it out, long division. That's the only way I knew how to do it. I didn't
Now,
know
did
there
you
was
all
another way.
do cursive writing back in school?
Oh, yeah. They don't do it now, but yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Because I mean, we used to. I mean, we get graded on our fucking quality of cursive writing. I mean, when we, like I say, I went to Catholic school for 8 years. Hell, our graduated class had, I think it was 8 people in it for 8th grade to move on to wherever you're going to go after that.
You know, St. Peter's?
Yeah, and after those all out of those 8 people, probably 5 of them or 6 of them were lifers. Had been there since the 1st grade. So we'd fluctuate from maybe 14 to a class, and that 8th grade class was one of the lowest. So
I
pretty wild,
see.
pretty wild. Yeah, well, I got the nuns, I got the preachers, the priests.
Were they still paddling back then?
Oh shit, no, like I say, the one I had was a little bit short enough. She grab you by your hair and shake you like a rag doll. Yeah, you fuck
Damn.
around in class. She come up behind you and she'd fucking grab that head and fucking take you and just fucking jerk it like a damn pit bull with a rope toy.
Honestly, that's the one thing I could even say when I was growing up. Like, they probably should have never took that out of school where the
No, they
teacher could
shouldn't have.
actually discipline you. I really
Well,
think it probably would have helped a lot of kids.
yes, it would. It would. People don't understand that. You can't sit there. You can't be nice with everybody all the time. I mean, all your neighboring countries are showing you that right now. There's eventually a time where you got to correct things through a physical manner, and just some parents are so scared to do that, and I don't know why. I really don't. There's a difference between me, 240, 245 pounds, losing my fucking mind and going ape shit on one of my little 4-year-old grandkids, and there's another difference in me being going at them, making them think I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of them, but barely swatting them on the ass.
Yeah.
It's not intimidation. I guess it could be intimidation, but like I say, to me, if you have no fear in life, mm, you got to fear something, or I mean, you wouldn't abide by the laws at all. I mean, you be your own entity. You do whatever the fuck you want all the damn time, and there's
Every
people out there like that.
every family member that was responsible for taking care of me as a kid had the green light to whoop my ass.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and I
I,
gave it to
there
everybody
wasn't
I knew.
there wasn't one family member that like would babysit me that wasn't allowed to whoop me. Like my aunts, like you remember my granny Pam? She was
Yeah,
what, 5 foot something at best, small
yeah.
little Irish woman.
Small frame. Yep.
I was scared to death to get in trouble. She would whip my ass. Like
Oh fuck yeah.
my, I remember the first time I went to jail, and they were like, "You got anybody to call?" I was like, "Nope." I was like, because the one man I could call, I'm more worried about him than are any of these police or anybody in this jail. Honestly, like I don't want to call him at all. Like, no, I was scared to death. I got ass whoopings, that's for sure. My kid, she got a couple, but not really like that. But I remember one time we had her in this like Christian daycare. And there was one teacher I could tell when she saw me. So I think she like could feel the devil in me. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
did not like me at all. I could just tell. Like, and I was always nice to her, but you could tell when the motherfucker ain't really liking you. You know, the way they look at you, the way they talk to you. So one day I go to pick up Maya. This is after me and her mama already split. And I guess she thought her mom was coming. She wasn't really excited that old dad came and got her. And she threw a fucking murderous fit. And she's army crawling down the floor. And I'm like, you gotta stop. Like, what are you doing? And then finally she's doing this. I'm like, Maya, like, come on, get your shit. We gotta go. And she's like going through it. And finally I snatch her up, smack her on her ass. Pow. I'm like, you gotta straighten up. And as soon as I do a turn, there's that fucking teacher. I was like, God damn, it's fuck. It's over now. Good thing for my kids, she learned real quick. Like, the funny thing is about a kid, I guess, in a split home, they really get the gauge of house to house, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh, they know what's up. Yep.
Yeah. So she
They know what
knew,
works where.
yeah, she knew exactly how to like step fetch and get it over here as to over to mom's. Cause I've always gave her the same shit. And I will forever. Don't piss me off. Don't do nothing you know you ain't supposed to do. And outside of that, kid, your life's gonna be easy breezy.
Oh,
Like,
you just took all the fun away, Jay. Well, you know
I feel
that,
like
don't you?
that's our pact. I'm like, just don't, just don't do nothing stupid, basically, and we'll be all right. And now she'll do something stupid, and I got her to the point where I was like, I'll look at her, and like I'm like, really, kid? And she already knows she's picking up her mess or she's whatever she did, she's undoing. Like, I don't even got to really try that hard to discipline her now because she already knows. Like, if I got to get on her ass, she knows she messed up because I'm easy breezy. Most of the time, I'm like, you good? I'm good. We're good. Like easy. I don't want to be some disciplinarian, but at the same time, if she's like making my life harder, then I'm like, all right, we gotta tighten this up, kid. I shouldn't be stressed out over your silly shit.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of it out there right now, and it's really coming through in everybody that all the kids that they're raising. Hell, I heard something today on the news. It was a bad report on the United States military. Like fucking, we got Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. Out of four of them, the Marines are the only ones that really had a decent score, and the rest of them they're saying we're so outdated that right now it would be bad for us to go. Not they didn't say it wouldn't be bad. It would be bad to go to war, but they're just saying that you would have a hard time handling a formidable opponent. Now that's not good for the Americans, and a lot of it they're saying, well, right now they're having problems finding fighter pilots to fly because nobody wants to do it. People don't want to do that. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to. Everybody's down on numbers. You can't find numbers. They're saying they said we had like I forget how many 260 warships or something like that, and China went to 3 something last year or something. I forget what the numbers were. But I mean, it's funny. You're looking at China, you're looking at Iran, you're looking at Russia. You're talking about 3 little underpowers there that are, the 3 of them together could do some damage on the planet. I mean, people need to wake the fuck up. And they were talking about China cut off natural gas to Europe right here at wintertime. And now
Yeah.
they're struggling for all their fucking heating and all that stuff. Isn't that crazy? I mean,
Yeah, Europe's the funny thing is, I was at this bar picking up our dinner tonight, and we were they had a fire pit and all the
was it gay
the
bar?
bar.
Was it gay bar?
Yeah, yeah. I was getting a bear claws full of
Okay.
cum.
Did you walk in and go, do you mind if I push your stool in?
I was like, no. Actually, it was packed. I was like, if you flip that stool over, you can fit 4 in a chair.
Yes, you can. We at the party with whipped cream. Yeah.
Oh shit. No, but it's one of my favorite places because all the bar flies are like old Louisville money. And their bar fly conversation to me is amazing. Like they'll talk about losing 30 grand in Vegas and like laugh about it. I'm like, I want your problems.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're standing around a little fire they got out front and waiting on my dinner. And I'm talking to all the older guys. I'm always talking to the guys 10, 20, 30 years older than me because, like, I don't know. I just feel like they got something to say. You know what I mean? They've been through some shit. I'm actually talking to a guy that owns a cabinet company. So that's right down your alley. But this young guy comes out, and I guess he's been in there telling them he's trying to get a work truck. And he's like, yeah, I got me a BMW. And they're like, I thought you wanted a work truck. And he's like, well, I got this BMW, this and that. And we started laughing. I was like, do you see this shit in Europe right now, in Germany, like where their power's getting like cut off and shit? He's like, yeah. I was like, if that keeps up, you're going to fight like hell to find parts for that fucking German car. Because if they don't got no power or energy, you think them plants are going to still roll and shit? Like, you're going to see,
yeah.
You're going to see Mercedes just parked.
That's what, most of these people sit there and they think, well, hell, I got these home generators and we're hooked up on, not propane, but natural gas. I'm like, well, when the grid goes down, the grid goes down. Public services and home services. You think there's going to be electric to push those pumps to supply that gas to your house? I just don't understand it. So,
well, even the generator, if you don't got like one of those real silent generators, when the grid goes down and you're running a generator, you don't
that's
think
where all
the motherfuckers
come.
You don't think a motherfucker that ain't got one ain't gonna hear that shit and know that you got power and they don't? Oh, they're gonna like that generator is gonna be like a fucking porch light to the moss.
Yeah, let me tell you, remember we had that ice storm like 20 years ago, 25 years ago that was so bad here in town? Were you living here when that was going on? All right, so I had a little 5,000 watt Coleman generator. I popped that puppy on my back porch, had a damn gallon and a half gas tank. I had to go out every 3 hours and fill the bastard up. But sit there and would start that thing. I had my house, I rigged up my furnace and ran a cord inside for a couple lights. And then I ran a cord to my neighbor's house on the side of me, ran a single cord to my neighbor behind me, and I think somebody branched off one more time after that. But that little generator run that shit for fucking, I think we were without power for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. I remember that big ice storm came when I was in high school. And that's when we were moving from Westgate when we moved out Tate's Creek. And we got lucky because the fucking the house that we're moving out of lost power, but the house we moved into had power. So we moved in the middle of that fucking ice storm to a house with power. Fucking U-Haul sliding down fucking New Circle Road and shit, but we made it happen.
That's funny.
But it was funny back then. I was smoking a lot of pot, and the parents weren't too cool with it. So I ended up going to a buddy's house with no power and staying the night just so I could smoke a doobie. And now that I think about that, I'm like, what an idiot. Like, I could have had electric, heat, water, all this shit. And I decided to go stay in this motherfucker's
and get a buzz. Yeah.
Basically, I was camping just so I could get a buzz. I'm like, yeah, that's the wildest thing. Like, the links you would go through as a young man to fucking do some shit you're not supposed to do is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Now, I remember
Go ahead.
I remember one of my buddies showed up when we lived at Westgate during a snowstorm. And he was like, man, I got a couple blunts. I was like, cool. He's like, you want to smoke them? I was like, we can't smoke them here. Are you crazy? Like, have you met my dad? That's not going to fucking happen. So we walked from Westgate all the way to Cardinal Valley Park, started a dumpster fire in a barrel and put it in the
next to that. Yeah.
Put it in the dugout like some fucking hobos and sat in there smoking. And the funny thing is, by the time we made it back to my house, it was so fucking cold we weren't even stoned anymore.
Ain't that a bitch?
I think about that shit now. I'm like, God, what a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, but back then it was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and it made perfect sense. We're gonna walk miles to the park in the snow. We're gonna start a dumpster fire, put it in the dugout, and that's what we're gonna do. Like, this is how we're gonna do it. Like, and it was a genius idea at fucking 16 years old.
Did you ever go bumper riding on anybody's car during the wintertime, the snow? That was funny as shit.
Well, I never did it in the winter, but I remember coming up, we had this thing called Sega Channel. And I had it, and there was a game on there called Sketching, where you would be your character's on rollerblades, and you grab a bumper of a car.
Yeah,
and then another dude would skate up and grab the bumper. You had to fight him off the bumper. That was the whole video game. Well, we did that shit in real life all the time. Like, we would grab the bumper of a car with our skates and ride that fucking car as long as we could. And like, kids were breaking arms, road rash. It was fucking insane. But we were playing out this fucking video game. It's nuts. What about you all as a kid, man? What was y'all's entertainment? Did y'all
same shit? Like I say, I didn't really get to hang out until I was maybe 15 years old. Before then, we didn't, I didn't go stay the night at buddy's house. I stayed the night at my cousin's house, and that was always cool because there was a family of 12, so there was at least 6 boys, and yeah, we'd go upstairs when I'd stay the night over there. And
who's that? Is that Nardi and Mark and them?
Yeah, Nardi and Mark and Gary and Danny and Chris and Scott. I think was too young to get up in the pile, but there'd be like me and maybe 1 or 2 other. None of my other male cousins wanted to venture up into that room. Fuck, I went in there. It was on. Yeah, I mean, it's like 10 years old. I'm the size of a 15-year-old, and these motherfuckers are like, "Hey, let's get JG up there." Yeah, let's get JG up there. Lights went off, and it was fucking bodies flying through the drywall, and it wasn't mine. It was fun as shit. You turn a light on. Hell, we'd stack mattresses up on the wall because they knew they was gonna get thrown into them. So I mean, it's just one big room of people throwing each other. It's like a mosh pit in the dark. You couldn't see. So, and then you turn the lights on and you see one little boy over, he'd be crying with his nose bleeding. You're like, get the fuck out of the room. Tag team 2. It's shit like that. I mean, we had a good time. We did the bumper riding. Just ride bikes around the neighborhood. I was on a mountain bike my whole time I was fucking 7 years old till the time I was 15. There wasn't shit I wouldn't jump. There wasn't shit we wouldn't do. Oh, it's funny as fuck.
Oh, we got somebody here in the comments. Let's see here. Well, he said, well, hold on. Let's the first.
Said, won't y'all kill yourselves? And
this is what's his name? Shadow Smurf. He says, "What is this?" And then he says,
"It's butter time."
No explanation because I didn't say shit. And then he said, "I mean, okay, I just don't get what is going on." Well, sir, what is going on is just 2 people talking shit, man. I mean, it really ain't nothing other than that.
You're the only one in this phone booth right now, ain't we, Jay Wall?
Yeah, we're just talking shit.
Did you open the door and let somebody in?
I mean, here you go, Shadow Smurf, sir. There's the linky. If you're brave enough, you can hit it and join in the conversation. We're just talking shit, just talking the old days, shit we did as a kid, whatever, nothing spectacular. I don't think that anything I put on the tagline for this was anything miraculous.
Let me blow your mind. Yeah.
I don't think I told you that I was going to save the world or get you rich or whatever these other bullshit motherfuckers tell you on YouTube. I'm not talking about Kanye West going fucking nuclear the other night. We're just talking shit. If you got some shit to talk
about that,
please join in. You didn't hear nothing about it?
No, Kanye,
let me tell you real quick. He said, all right, let's see. He's got something else here. Let's see here. That's my point. I am literally the only one watching LOL. It popped up on my next video. Well, bro, I'm glad it popped up. I'm glad you watched it, man. I don't know if we're entertaining you. Feel free to jump in. We're just talking shit, man. You know, usually we got 5 or 6 people on the screen. I kind of hit it late. We threw it together, but this is like my my the stepdad I never wanted right here. I'm talking to. I've known this man since I was a little kid. You know, I
Ricky
grew up
Bobby's
with his
daddy.
family.
Yeah.
Give you a little
What was Ricky
backdrop. Like,
Bobby's dad's name?
yeah, we just talking shit. But I mean, you know, if you want to join in, cool. If not,
Yeah, hop on here.
hopefully,
Grab you a bourbon there, Shadow Smurf.
yeah,
Come
we,
on
we
here.
usually
Yeah.
we usually pour a drink and talk shit, man. That's all we doing, bro. You know, nothing
Yeah.
spectacular. But let me tell you, since you didn't hear about it,
About
so
Kanye.
so Kanye, which he don't like that now. I guess yay is what he wants. Yay, no con in it. All right, I respect that. Whatever. But he goes on a show called Drink Champs, which is they basically interview artists, rap artists, shit like this. It's a pretty good show, all in all. But he goes on there the other night, and this man fucking went berserk for 3 hours talking the wild. I mean, he's going at Jewish folks. He's going at
He's got underlying anger
politicians.
issues.
He's going to politicians. He's going to like different rap artists. It's insanity. But I could not fucking take my eyes off of it.
I know.
For
And what was the name of the show?
The name of the show is called Drink Champs. I think they've already scrubbed it off YouTube. But man, honestly, if he lives another fucking month, I'll be surprised because he was shooting at the top of the pyramid a couple times. He says like some deep conspiracy shit that maybe you probably ought not to say in front of millions of people live on fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? But I could not take my eyes off of it. I can't say I agree with everything he said. I can't say I disagree with everything he said. But for an entertaining interview, I don't think I've ever seen one any better. You know, like at all. At all. He went full napalm on this fucking show.
He didn't give old man Trump no shit, did he?
I mean, he didn't really give a shit, but he basically said that he's going to run in 2024. So he plans
on. He was on the ticket. Supposed to have been on the ticket the last time.
Yeah, but he's got a hat 2024. Like he plans on him winning, not Trump. Basically, like he's going to go head to head with Trump and whoever else. But from top to bottom, it was one of the wildest fucking things I've ever witnessed on YouTube. It was insanity. He was as bipolar as you could ask for, but it was
as off his meds, was he?
It was some of the most entertaining shit I've ever seen. Like legit fucking nuts. Like he would have me for a second. I'm like, all right, good points. Can't believe you said that about the Clintons, but okay, all right. And then he'd be like, and let me tell you about the Jews. I was like, whoa, easy, brother. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what are you doing? Like, he went nuclear, man. It's worth a watch if you get the time. But like I said, it's 3 hours, but I was captivated. Usually, because it was on Sunday when we do Shop Talk Sports. And there you go, Shadow Smurf. If you're into sports, Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, we have a show called Shop Talk Sports. Just a spitballing sports trash talk show like you're sitting in the barbershop, just talking shit, rep your team. We got a fantasy league and shit. Yeah, whatever, man. If you like sports, you can get in there and kind of work your chops, rep your teams. But usually when the host fucked me on the show, I get pissed about it because I'm like, damn, man, we're trying to be consistent, build a platform, blah, blah, blah. I was so captivated by this Kanye shit. When I realized that we weren't going to do the show, I was like, all right, go, whatever. And I just clicked the shit right back on and started watching it again. It was nuts. Probably better than any movie I've seen in the past year.
So does that mean we're going to have to put this Blurred Minds media to sleep one of these nights since we ain't got nobody but Shadow Smurf watching? And I mean, fuck, This is other than the weekends, this is the only time I really get to drink during the week. Hell, if I don't wake up with a headache next morning because I smoked and drank too much, I don't feel like it was Tuesday night.
Well, see, that's why I switched to painting because all my life people said painters are alcoholics, and
They
I was like,
are. Yeah.
I might as well merge the two. I might as well
Yeah.
just go
I
on and
told you how to hide that shit on the job, didn't I?
huh.
Oh yeah, Colonel Ben Filson used to have a guy come down the river and paint for us when we were young. His name was Lee Shea, little bitty man. Always wore the fucking white hat, the pants, the t-shirt. Probably in his 80s. Dad would take him down to the river and drop him off down there and say, here's 5-gallon paint foundation on the camp there. Do this. I'll be back here in a little while. Leave him stuff to eat. Had bathrooms down there. Everything was cool. So we'd show back up and he'd be laying down drunker and fucking Hootie Brown and hadn't painted maybe an hour's worth, just get fucked up. 2 or 3 times Colonel Ben did this shit to him. And then he couldn't figure out. He's like, I'm dropping him off down at the river. It's fucking, 15, 20 miles from anybody's got any booze. There's no cell phones back in those days. How the fuck is he getting drunk? Well, then he started noticing he had a little fucking ring of paint around his fucking lips here. He was taking his half pints and dropping them down into the paint. And then when it was sippy time, wipe that top off, drink that shit, put it back down, drop it down in that fucking jug of paint. Nobody knows.
Oh my god, that's
got
actually
good, brother.
That's actually pretty fucking spectacular.
Everybody thinks they do this shit. This crap's been going on since the kings and the queens and the pharaohs and the fucking Romans. Ain't nobody doing nothing new. You just think you're getting away with it. Makes your dick hard when you think you're getting away with something. That's just people in general, male, female. If they think they can get away with something, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it and they're going to feel good about doing it. So I don't know. Maybe it's time to go ahead and press the button on this world and let's start a new one. I hope my particles end up with you, J Wall. So we'll be out there floating in space.
Yeah, I just hope like some alcohol particles find their way in our atmosphere.
Some methane, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I worked
from
with
my
this
ass.
dude. When I worked at Don Hour Plumbing, I worked with this dude. Every morning when we got in the van, he would take a pint of vodka, turn it upside down, clear it, nothing left in the bottle. Start the van up, and that's how he started the day every fucking morning.
Did he drink all day after that? I mean, did he drink the whole day while he was there? Just that one did it for him.
Drank a whole pint. I mean, he'd get shitty when he went home, but he would start his morning. I'm talking as soon as he turned it, he wouldn't put it down till it was empty. He'd take that motherfucker, throw it in the back of the van, start the van up. That's how we started our day every morning for months. It was wild. I mean, he wasn't worth the fuck. He didn't really do nothing at work all day anyways, but that's how he had to get his jollies off,
Shit, man, that's like going to drunk days. I miss that shit. We used to go over there for the popo at 9 o'clock, and they go, "You're gonna drink this amount of alcohol, and you got to drink all that shit, man." In like fucking 10 minutes, I'm getting a buzz. I'm like, "Fuck, you want me to drink how much?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, But it was just funny shit because they'd have like 10 people there, and they'd take you in there and get you all fucked up. Some of you didn't actually drink. So there were like placebos in the crowd. Then they would take you out there and let the cadets do the field sobriety test on you in the building. I mean, it's like it's like free training. I was like, I became a professional drunk within the first year. They're telling people, they're like, yeah, this is the guy we told you about. I drink the shit out of some liquor and sit there and test it like a 0.07. I just didn't ever hit that 0.08, and they're, they couldn't tell. They couldn't tell. And I'm like, and I was feeling it. I know I should have been doing different. So,
did they have their boys waiting around the corner to give all y'all dewies?
No, they put us in. Yeah, they put us in cars. That's what I told them. I said, y'all should have one of these for weed days. I said, I want to be the first to sign up. They just give me the dirty look, Hell, I told them one time. I said, I got some homemade liquor at home. You mind if I bring that? They kind of looked at me. They said, if you can tell me what the proof is, I said, I'll fucking write it right on the jar for you, brother. And let me get that shit lit up down here in Popoville. You're talking about people writing fucking dirty letters to the mayor.
I remember I went on a sting. Me and my boy Ronnie, we Robbed
That
this
ain't a
dude
sting.
for we robbed this dude for fucking I don't know. It's
Or
probably
you're
like
telling? Hold on. With the statute of limitations worn off.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're robbing drug dealers, so there ain't no statute of limitations on that. It wasn't like we was robbing like somebody's grandma's purse, but we took a quarter pound up off this dude, and we went to a Camelot West strip club, and of course, what is fucking money's free? You know what I mean? We took the quarter pound, got rid of it, got all the cash, went to the fucking strip club. The spoils of war.
Yeah.
So we're spending all this money on these fucking strippers and shit, getting just tanked. I'm taking shots of Patron, chasing it with fucking buckets of Bud Light. I'm shitty. So he's like, I'm ready to go home. I was like, pussy. So I drop him off. I was like, fuck him. I'm going to Divas over on fucking the north end, and I'm gonna keep my night going with these strippers. So I get on the exit ramp and it's raining, and I just go right off into the grass, like boop. I was like, fuck. So I'm out here like, what do I do? Well, I was cow chopping at the time, so I had all my clothes in my trunk. So I started shoving clothes underneath my front tires because my car was front wheel drive, and I hit the fucking reverse, to get some traction. And it's throwing fucking underwear and socks and shit all up in the air. And
Did
I
it
get
help
up the
though?
road. As soon as I get on the exit, whoop whoop, I was like, oh fuck. So I fucking got the cop pulls up on me, and I am shitty for the city. I'm tanked. And he looked at me and was like, whew, smells like alcohol in there, son. I was like,
Get out there,
I just looked at
Your Honor.
him. I was like, I could imagine, I could imagine it does. And he's like, fucking,
You
step
should
out
have
of the
said, did
car.
you get the whiff of the waft of the shit out where I shit myself when you hit the blue lights?
So he's like, step out of the car, and he goes to give me the field sobriety test. I was like, I'm not doing that. He was like, why? I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, blowing this machine. I was
You
like,
fucker. Ain't this a bitch?
he's like, blowing the machine. I was like, all right, I'll blow in the machine. And he's kind of looked at me. I was like, so you ready for me to get in the back of your car or what? He's like,
He said,
yeah, you're going. I knew. I was like, there's no fucking way. I couldn't even fucking stand up straight. I was like, there's no fucking way that I'm not going to jail. I was like, I was
Now,
just
how
ready.
many times have you been like that, though? Because I can count on one hand how many times. I've drank a lot, but I can count on one hand, how many times I've been to a point where I know I shouldn't have been driving or drinking or doing whatever.
Oh,
Even walking. I mean, I don't think there's more than 5 times in my lifetime that I knew I was out of control.
I mean,
And
as
there's
you
a lot of,
know, I only have one hand, but
that's what I'm saying. So you got to stay with that 5. You can do the blink
yeah.
if you're in trouble.
Honestly, though, if I was to say it right, I'd be more like counting octopus tentacles, like.
Oh yeah,
Or
the little suction cups. Is that what you're
the
thinking?
suction cups on it. Yeah. Hank, it's
Yeah.
like so many times. Like
That you
ridiculous
couldn't
amount of
move.
times.
Yeah, that you just fucking fall on your face. You that bad?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
I've
that's
woken
terrible,
up.
Justin.
I've woken up with so many peculiar. You remember the butternut bread store on Versailles Road,
Yeah,
right there by Oxford Circle?
yeah.
Yeah, I woke up behind that one night.
Was there any bread in the dumpster?
No, but I woke up next to like 3 St. Ides special brews and a pile of puke. And the only reason I woke up is because Derek was looking for me, and he found me back there and woke me up. The bad thing is that was like, I think I was 15 when that happened.
That's about when it started happening for me. The Carnival Valley, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. We didn't have no problem. I was a little altar boy until then. Fucking Valley turned me.
Cardinal Valley was definitely, that was my heydays for sure. I remember the first good drunk I put on ever was on some old bumpy face, Seagram's. We were all going to a Dunbar football game, and my buddies were like, "Hey man, we're gonna get drunk before we go. You want to drink?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I meet them down at the park. They got a string tied off to a rock. They pull the string, and there's a handle.
Cold shit out of the cooler. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a handle of fucking gin in the creek at Cardinal Valley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which if that lid wasn't tight, who knows what the fuck we were drinking, you know? But we all turned it up, bubbles coming out, and I got plastered. I remember stumbling from the park to my parents' house to try to get a shower to get ready for this football game. Oh God, it was bad. Puking everywhere. I remember the ugly chick on the bus was randomly out on the corner somewhere, and I was trying my damnedest to get a piece of it. You know, that was my first beer goggles experience, you know. Oh, it was awful. Get to the football game, I'm puking everywhere. It was to this day, I don't drink gin.
Damn, I had some the other night just because you boys told me about it. I never drank it, but I drank it that one
Tanqueray?
night. Tanqueray, yeah,
Yeah. Oh
Tanqueray
yeah,
and Sprite, I
Apocalypse is a
think,
big
and lime.
Tanqueray guy.
Is he?
Yeah. I know a lot of people that love it, but from that one experience of old Bumpy Face, I just can't do it no more. I can't. When I think about gin, my stomach turns.
Where is all you boys right now? Everybody left you, Jay Wall.
They've hated me, you know. They've
Good
hated
thing
me.
you got a woman. You got a woman that loves you. She'll be there even when they put you down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the good thing is when you think about that fucking crew of goddamn
Now
maloops,
you're gonna
like
now you're gonna be talking nice about them next week. Be careful what you say.
no, I never talk nice about them. That's why we're friends. Like that's how you know I'm your boy. If I'm talking shit about you, you're my guy. If I ain't
Yeah,
bringing you up at all, I probably don't fuck with you. You know what I mean?
kind of like Gran Torino.
Yeah. That's like honestly, if somebody seen me and Zach just like they just heard our conversation, they would probably think we were about to fight because all we do is talk shit about each other. But it's all in good fun. I don't know how to have a friend without playing the dozens with them. You know, like if we're not cutting up talking shit, what are we doing? You know,
Oh,
like
I know.
what are we supposed to be friendly with each other? Like, and everything for us is always a competition from sports to video games to girls to drinking. Like, we're always trying to beat each other or something.
Why?
That,
I mean,
that's been
why?
my whole
Does it
life.
make that big a difference? Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have to do
No,
that.
that's the thing. It's never made a bit of difference, but it's just fun when you can look at your buddy and be like, pussy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just funny.
You told me we couldn't use the P word on here.
We can use the P word.
Can we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pseudo. What is mushroom
What else
pseudo
would you
something?
use if it wasn't for the P word? Vajiji?
Yeah, sneaky snack. You know, whatever you want to call it. It don't matter. They got all kinds of names for it.
You know what's crazy? Like girls, some girls, my wife for sure has a nickname, for the box.
Now you shouldn't be talking like that online because your other mama will find out about it, and I won't be allowed to play no more.
No, but here's the thing. I honestly thought that like if you had a name for your genitalia, that like only you and maybe like your friends, grown people knew about it. I remember one time I thought I was going to be sneaky in front of my stepson and like use the code word in front of him.
No.
He knew exactly what the word was. Like, why would he know the word for the box? Like, what do you mean? Like, he's not supposed to. That's the whole point of naming it, right? Like, it was like undercover co-op. You know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to really
You should
know.
have told him. Said, "Look, brother, it's in the book of White's handbook. You know, it's in there. All the white people know what that name is."
Actually, all of you all disappointed me the night I asked if you named your junk. I was the only one. Like nobody ever you never gave enough respect to your junk to name it. What do you
No?
think about that? If you're still with us, Shadow Smurf, you ever named your junk? You know, I
No.
feel like it's respectable.
Oh, you're going down the wrong rabbit hole. No.
No,
No. Why would you name your junk? I mean, do you like it that much that you got to give it a name? Do you got
I
to
mean
talk
when you
dirty?
spend when you spend like your whole adolescence with it in your hand,
in
I
your
feel like
hands?
it's
Yeah.
respectable to name it.
Did you name your car? Because the steering wheel was there a lot too.
I did actually. You always got to name
Well,
your
that's
car a
pretty
girl's name
fucked up.
though.
You're a sentimental bitch. That's what your problem is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got over
Do
here?
you cry?
Does
It's
that weed got a name to it?
yeah, it's
Like
called
Oscar
mine.
Mayer? Is that Oscar Mayer you're smoking over there?
Belonged.
You know what? I cannot get into the names of weed.
That's a funny.
I mean, how do you really know? You know what I mean? Like, how do you really know?
Sorry, I went to a commercial break here.
Like, somebody come up to me like, I got this, whatever. Like, do you really know it's what it is, or you just?
No, but I mean, but when they say blueberry kush, when you actually smell that, it smells like blueberry. I've smelled weed that smell like pineapple. I had some weed called Jack Frost, and it was just because it was fucking, covered with white hairs. It was fucking had a white tint to it. So, but I mean,
But
but
that
you
could have
look
been
at
White
that.
Widow. That could have been White Rhino. You know what I mean? Like,
Now you don't care about names, but you know them all. You lying bastard.
I
This is
know
the
them all
problem.
because it's what people always tell me. Hey, man, I got this. I'm like, is it good? Will it do the job? That's all I need to know.
But
That's all I
hold
need
on,
to know.
because there's different spectrums of that. It's just like you got to get in and know your mind. You can't go into just any weed and smoke and go, "Well, this sucks." You got to have, if you want the shit that doesn't do the job, you want it to slap you from the get go and stay with you for about an hour
You
if
know
it's
something I
halfway
found out
decent.
though about some of these grimy bastards.
What?
You really find out if you're a bowl smoker, but when you burn it, if the ash is black, it's
Hmm.
sprayed with something.
It's
If
strained. It's what sprayed
it,
with something
it's sprayed with something, a chemical of some sorts.
like
If
what? Are
it's
the aliens spraying it all
no, probably some cocksucker who sold it to you. But
from Russia?
if maybe, but no, because usually they lock up WNBA stars for 9 years over fucking CBD. But if the ash burns white, you're good to go. That's a hack. So if it's burning black, it's bullshit. Which is why I've been 2 weeks now without anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the last time I got some, it was here we go with the fucking names. It was told to me it's Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then I get it, and I light a bowl of it, and the shit just black. It clogs my bowl
It
up. It
scares you, don't it? It
tastes like
scares you.
shit. It don't scare me because man, I mean, I smoked crack before. Like weed don't scare me. You know, like once you smoke like some, once you get the steam off a situator, you ain't too worried about what the fuck they put in weed. But what I'm saying is, it's just not quality. Like you got to watch these motherfuckers, man. It could
Well,
look
I
like
mean,
some good shit,
oh, I
smell like
know,
some
I
good
know,
shit,
I know.
but it's bullshit. You know, that's
No,
why.
this old boy was telling me he looks at his with the fucking little things that they use with like the diamond, the little eyepiece. He looks at his, he can tell when the polyps are getting ready to burst. If they burst, that's already past his prime. He goes, you look at that shit. I was like, I never paid no attention to that shit like that. I mean, you can look at it outside now. I've looked at mine before through just a fucking little hand magnifying glass. And it's funny, I'm like, where in the fuck's all these dog hairs coming from? Well, the guy I was buying from had a dog. It was full of dog hair. I was like, is this motherfucker letting his dog piss all over his weed? Is this fucked up?
I tell you what, this one piece of shit tried to pull on me one time. I was ready to kill him. Go over to one of my buddy's house over in Woodhill, and he's like, yeah, man, I can get you some weed. This guy down the street got some good shit. I was like, all right, man. So I get like not a lot, but like probably like an ounce, a decent amount. And we're over there, we're breaking it down, about to roll up. I ain't smoked in like a couple of days. I'm really excited about this.
Cool.
And I look, and there's like a little corner chunk of a piece of semen in there. So to fuck with the weight. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was
Hold
like,
on, man.
what are we doing here? So we go over to the dude's apartment, beating on the door, kicking on the door. He won't answer the door. I was like, this piece of shit. And I told my buddy, I was like, I will never, ever call you again for this shit. Like, you've been getting robbed probably for months, and you dumbass don't even know it. Like, who does that to people? That's just, there's nothing worse than a dishonest weed man. Like, being dishonest with some harder drugs, whatever. You're already kind of like flirting with danger when you're fucking with them. But a weed dude, I mean, come on, man. Like, you're not even a drug dealer. You're a medicinal, uh, a medicinal, I don't know, soothsayer of sorts. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be giving me my medicine for the day. And
Man, that's an awesome job. Quit talking now. Quit talking.
oh,
Hold
you
on.
got something to say?
Hold on.
What are you doing over in the dark? You rubbing one out?
What was that noise?
Oh
A
shit!
big noise? Where'd you hear a big noise?
Was
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh, maybe. I'm sorry. It's when I unzipped my pants. Yeah, it was a huge noise, honey. Go back upstairs. That's why they call me Thwap. Lord have mercy. She's getting old and she's hearing things now, Justin. Your mama. Yeah,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, woman. Go back up in your woman room there. I'm down here in the man room. Don't come down there no more.
I bet the woman room's just like nice and zen and peaceful.
Oh no, it's the kitchen, and I'm allowed in there.
It's the kitchen.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the kitchen. She got no, hell no. She don't need nothing.
Bad thing
kitchen
is
there.
nowadays, just that statement might get a motherfucker canceled. The woman's room. Oh, look at you with your ice balls. I've got those. I got those.
Tavallos. Yeah, Tavallos. Start using them. Yeah, use the like the hybrid water. Don't use your tap water. They do freeze different.
Do they really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all they're nice and clear when you use the spring water, this crap like that, but they're all cloudy and shit when you use the tap water. So that they've been spraying that tap water with something because the ice cube's coming out black, not gray.
Oh yeah, well the tap water we got chlorine, fucking fluoride,
Dead fluoride, yeah, buddy.
COVID probably. They put all kind of shit in there.
Oh, he was talking about when he went there. Your brother was talking about it. How much shit was in there? He said there was a dead cat in there floating around. That's in your fucking drinking water. I know all that shit gets filtered out. Yeah, he said right there. He said the filters get all dirty all the time. They're like fingers that they filter all. He said there's a damn dead cat in there rolling around in there. He's like, holy shit. I know what you can get rid of the biological material, but does that mean you get rid of the smell and the funkiness? Is that biological or is that fucking mindsetial? What is it?
I mean, but it's gotta. I mean, it's a cat, and cats are dirty creatures. So there's got to be.
Man, you like my cat over here, didn't you? You know you like Midnight. You liable like Sophie. You liable to be more like a Sophie.
But I mean, like cats that aren't just like. I mean, cats are dirty. They're filthy. Like they go out. You don't know what they're doing when they leave the house. They're out there in the wild,
licking their shit. Yeah, they licking their shit.
Yeah, So for that to be just festering in your water, that can't be good. You know what I mean?
Well, you're drinking caveman piss and all that shit. You know that, don't you?
Caveman piss. Explain.
Oh yeah, this the water on the earth has been recycled like I don't know how many times. I mean, fuck, it's just been goes up, comes back down, gets filtered, goes up, comes back down, gets filtered. In between there, we're polluting the shit out of it. So.
Have you ever heard this? I've only heard this from one other person. I've never checked into the science, but Earth the Nerve told me that every
black people are darker than white people. He tell you that? Open your eyes.
No, but what he told me was every drop of water that's ever hit the earth is still on the earth.
Still here, yeah. I've heard that before.
What happened to evaporation? Is that not real?
Well, it goes up above, but I mean, this earth is its whole little hemisphere and shit. We and that they were talking about that shit today before I got on here. Methane, talking about methane buildup in the ocean and what it does to a ship. They're talking about they're finding actual methane pockets that just all of a sudden burst underwater, and it just sends this methane gas up for the size of 4 and 5 football fields, and anything that's in that path when that happens sinks. So they're talking about ships sink from it. You could be in a big ocean liner. If that happens to be right there where that methane pocket, it's all gas and you sink in it. You don't float like water anymore. You sink. You're heavier. So you go on down, and then the water closes back up on you. They said that methane pocket does not stop at the ocean. It goes on up if there happens to be a plane up there. Methane gas is a whole lot different than what you're flying in the atmosphere. So it's the same thing there. It just fucks your whole control up and everything, and you go down. And they were trying to figure out whether or not there were some in the Bermuda Triangle.
That's exactly
No.
where I was going with that. I was like, so
Yeah.
is this the whole Bermuda Triangle?
No,
Like, explain?
they're saying there's some off the. Did they see? They say the East Coast. There's some off of the United States somewhere, but I mean they're all over the place. It follows a. What did they call it? There was like a. No, that was another show. The Ring of Fire. That got me. This person that was on TV was talking about living somewhere where they are. It's like part of Hawaii and all that other shit. That's all part of a ring of fire. It's just a great big circle of volcanoes that are still active, and you're fucking living there. And she's like, "Yeah, it's always going through the back of your mind. If this thing was to explode right now, you're a head lad. You can't get out of here quick enough. You're done." So that'd be wild. Just be sitting there looking at that motherfucker smoking all the time, and you sit there and eat the wrong Chinese food, and your stomach rumble, and you think it's fucking your time's getting ready to become up. You're like, oh shit, it's erupting. That'd be fucked up. Like Pompeii. You heard about that shit, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, isn't there like some kind of there's some kind of like super volcano in America, and they say if it goes off, like we're all done.
It's the Trump campaign.
I can actually. We saw 4 years of that did to everybody. Yeah, we saw what 4 years of that got us. The most wild shit.
I tell you what, I'm talking to myself. I'd take another 4 years of Trump before I would ever think about Joe Biden again. And I do not point fingers at nobody, but I never seen. There's a time when the puppet on the string is too dumb to be on the string. Get you something else. You don't fucking. It's just unreal. I mean, he's not fit to be our president right now. I do not see that. But I can't do shit about it. You can't do shit about it. It's the same way with this two-party system. It's all we spend more time paying them motherfuckers to fix what they fuck up.
That's honestly all of our taxpayer dollars goes to just like funding their bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they were talking about. The military.
You can still catch a flat on a pothole. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. It's like the military spending like 1% of the gross. I forgot what they called it, but they said back in the 80s we were doing 3% of the gross. What the fuck is it? Has to do with the economy growth.
Gross.
GVW, not GV. Is it GVW? That's your gross vehicle weight. I forget what they call it. But anyway, they're saying we have gone down that far. It's from 3% for our military to 1%. We've closed over 360 bases in the last since 2016, I think. I mean, that's crazy. And here we are supposed to be a superpower. We're going to get punched in the mouth again. We're going to get punched in the mouth and we ain't going to be ready. We got all these softies running around, fucking grow some balls. If you got the balls, you came out with balls, you a man. Use them, do what you're supposed to do in life,
Well, the wildest shit is now you hear the shit, they're already spinning it. 2024 could possibly be Biden versus Trump again. I'm like, how in the fuck is this? Here's my thing.
If you look at everybody, that it is not correct. You cannot have that many people vote stupid that many times 4 years in a row.
Well, my thing is this: out of every person in this country, every politician in this country, how the fuck are these the only two motherfuckers that we have to choose from? I'm like, God damn. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Obviously, half the country don't like one motherfucker. The other half of the country don't like the other motherfucker. Like, why can't we just get some new motherfuckers to lie to us? I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, are we really drumming this up again? Another round of this bullshit? We got one dude who's fucking senile, smells children, shits his pants, we got another motherfucker that says some off the wall shit and people don't fucking like him and he's a goddamn tool for the fucking pharmaceutical companies. Like, what? Why can't we just get a fresh two new douchebags? I mean, if you're a politician, you're a fucking douchebag. But can we just get two new ones to talk about? Like, why is it got to be these motherfuckers again? Like, gee, like nobody, no, there's nobody else we can like be like.
So who's your
these
go-to
are the
people in
other
Louisville
two?
there? Who do you got in Louisville there? I mean, who's the hotheads over there?
What do you mean?
I mean, like your city councils, your state senators, shit like that. What I mean, who's your guys? Who do you hear? Who's from Louisville? Who's the big wig into politics over there in Louisville?
What is his name? What's the governor's name, mayor's name? Yeah, we don't even know.
Y'all been implanted. Fire that woman. Tell her.
I mean, honestly,
look that shit up.
Honestly, as soon as they start their campaigns and the shit in the yards, I look at all of it like.
Now, is Charles Booker not from Louisville?
Cory Booker, right?
No, Charles Booker.
He is, right? Yeah, he is. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Him, and then who's our dude though? The guy that runs shit. What the fuck's his name? Abrams? No, it's Brashear. Yeah, Brashear. That's who we got.
That's the thing, yeah. But I mean, who's your police? Y'all got a woman police chief now. I do, you have that since.
Those are things I really don't look at. Is the police? I try to stay as far away from them as possible. I don't even.
Ain't this a bitch? I can remember going down there when I hit my 20s. They're going, yeah, the docket John Jeter coming in doing this, and she looks at me. She goes, "Are you related to Philip?" I said, "Yeah, I'm his son." She goes, "And we're done here. Next case." I fucking had to pay $300 or $400. I don't know what it was over. It's crazy. I got fucked on it. Yeah. The man took advantage of me. Yeah.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like, I remember the first time I went to jail, the judge was the judge who my Aunt Brooke habitually pissed off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Family ties.
Judge, you probably remember the same in Lexington, Ransdale.
Yeah, Teresa Ransdale.
Yeah. That was my first judge. Yeah, she remembered my aunt. But then
I think mine was Overstreet. My old man used to give Rebecca Overstreet fucking up and down the road. And would fucking, be like you. Would throw something, she'd go, "Well, that's not right." He'd go, "But it's really," and he would sit there and go, they go, "Well, we saw you doing this." He go, "Prove it." And they wouldn't have video or nothing. He'd go like, "Prove it." What the fuck? And they're like, "Get him the fuck out of here. Go pay your fine, get the fuck out of here." But I mean, he was terrible. He was down there. We were in the courts probably at least once a year over something serious. Probably for about, I don't know what, he just couldn't play well with others. I don't know what it was. Weird.
Well,
He'd have been Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's that Tom Petty shit. That's a free filing, man. The free bird from Leonard Skinner. Like some people they're just
out there. Yeah.
Well, some people just can't really play with societal's laws and rules. Because if you really think about it,
that's Pulp Fiction.
Well, if you think about it, base level, we're animals. You don't see fucking wolves and bears and rabbits and frogs going to court, man. They just do.
But we are educated. We are educated animals. We should know better. Where's your gene that says, "Hey,
that's the thing.
That old lady's purse was not the right thing to do.
We should know better, but at the same time,
was not the right thing to do."
Yeah, but we should know better. But at the same time, some of these laws are like, like maybe like if it wasn't a law, would it really be that bad that you did it? You know what I mean? That's always been my thing.
That's not the. Hold on, I got one for you. How about a stop, turn right on red? Do you stop, or you just, when you know the traffic ain't coming, you just roll on through that bastard?
You just roll on through, man.
No, fuck that, Justin. I'll be punching you in the damn mouth.
Parking in front of fire hydrants. Parking in front of fire hydrants. Why do I gotta pay for this? There's no fire.
Right on red. You gotta stop. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's the problem. Nobody wants to follow the little things. They want to go, "I didn't kill nobody." But no, you caused mass destruction of 25 other cars here. I'll say with all due respect, Yeah.
Seatbelts is only a reason for them to pull you over, hoping to find something else.
No, seatbelts is to protect your ass because the city got tired of paying for your ass because you didn't have no insurance and you laid in a hospital and cost fucking $300,000 a year to keep alive.
Well, what about
You know,
what
people
about
got
these? What about these goofy fucks on fucking motorcycles?
yeah, same thing, same thing. You don't wear a helmet, that's up to you. But what I'm saying is, you know, if you sit there and you get brain damage and it's time for you to go, just go the fuck out of here. You know, but who's only got to pay the hospital bill? Obviously, 9 times out of 10, the guy out there running around with no helmet has no money, no wife, no fucking insurance. You know, so who pays for that shit? The state. How do you man that up? You constantly have big business working against big business. You have state working against hospitals and insurance companies. You know, it's fucking crazy right now. It costs me for what little bit of work I do, it costs me almost $900 a month in insurance. That's for a general liability policy and my full coverage on my van. Now that's kind of fucked up to me.
Yeah.
$900 a month. You know, don't you think I got some coverage on the shit I have in my shop? But that's again what gets me. You know, you sit there and you go, well, all of a sudden the city and the state come at you and go, well, Mr. Jeter, you got all this shit right here. You know, you're supposed to be paying taxes on that every year. I told them, I was like, I already paid taxes on it when I bought it. They're going, but if you have that in the inventory at the end of the year, it rolls over to the next year. It's a whole new tax year. You owe taxes on it again. Now, is that fucked up?
Yeah.
So
Taxes are the biggest sham going.
Tools and all the materials you have in your shop are depreciated and you have to pay tax on them yearly, just like you do your car, your house, and everything else. You know, it's almost impossible for somebody of my size to be in business. You know, I have them coming from me all the different time, going, you have subs, and I tell them I have subs, but I don't have an employee. I don't do that. I keep my general liability, but I mean, it's just such a struggle for me to be the wood artist that I am, Justin. Do you know how much of a wood artist I am?
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You had to see some pictures of the last, but we finally finished that
I
project.
call you Woody
Your
Harrelson.
woman saw. Woody Harrelson. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But when I die, I want to be slow roasted over some Ipe, some Western red cedar, a little bit of poplar. I've done some cypress work. So, a multiple of nice smokings that will give my body. I'm pretty sure I'm going to smell like bacon when y'all burn me.
You think?
Yeah, what are you looking for? Did you
So
lose a drink?
Is that? Oh, I'm about to go mix a drink. Is that?
You're out. You fucked everything up when you hit that button. You always got to fuck with something. I can't hear shit.
Now you can hear me, right?
There you go. What'd you do? You're
I'm
playing games, ain't you?
because I got to be mobile. But so how do you want to go? Is that how you want to go? Cremated? That's your plan?
Oh yeah, I most definitely do.
You want to take up your children's mantle space for your melted
No,
corpse?
no. We're gonna buy a place. We're gonna buy a place over in Calvary, and it'll be my remains. But I think it's nice that your kids have somewhere to go that they can talk to you. I mean, we go to my baby sister.
You don't want to be buried. You want to be burned.
No, I don't want to be buried because I'll be laying in that casket just as peaceful, and God will touch me on the forehead and go, "All right, what do you think about this, funny man?" And then I'm awake, entrapped in a fucking casket. That's fucked up.
But you want to be cremated, but you want to be.
I want to be burnt. I want to be burnt. I want to be burnt up. I want there to be nothing left but smoke and dust. What the earth's made out of.
But you want it to be like in like some kind of thing at the cemetery.
No, well, I mean that's where I'll go with my ashes.
Yeah, your ashes will be at a cemetery.
Yeah, but then they'll go in the ground just like a regular. I mean, you buy a full size plot, and I think we might try to buy, you know, at least 4 or 6 of them for whoever needs them down the road. But it's funny because my granddad, who had 16 kids, actually bought all these damn burial sites. I guess he did. And it's funny because where my dad and 3 of my uncles and my mom and my little brother are, and then right down like 10 graves down, the granddaddy and grandmother and all this other stuff. And it's cool because we can go over to Calvary and hit my mom and my family and drive by so many Jeters over. It's unreal. And then we actually go across the street at first and see Bevan's grandparents and my little sister. So it's so peaceful in there. It blows me away. The colors of the tree at Lexington Cemetery right now, while the leaves are turning, are fucking insane. So you could give a thumbs up to whoever was the arborist when that cemetery was started.
And where's that Calvary? Where's that at?
No, that's Lexington Cemetery. Lexington, if you're going
Cemetery,
if you're on Main Street and you go over Newtown Road and you're going towards Leestown, on the right is Lexington Cemetery where Henry Clay is buried. On the left is Calvary, which is smaller, which is an all Catholic cemetery.
Ah, okay. So you want to be there with your people, all the people that got diddled by priests.
Hey man, I hate to tell you this, but I was going to set up. I told my sisters I was going to actually set up a bowl on Mom's damn over there at the in-laws headstone and fucking invite everybody over and have a party in the cemetery. How long do you think that would last?
I don't know.
We'd be boiling shrimp.
Yeah. Who's going to stop a party? I mean, as long as you're not doing it during an active funeral, I think you'll be all right.
No, it's not the funeral, but I mean, when the iris is open, to me, you should be I think it's cool because, I'll pull up there and I'll tell Bev, and I said, look at that. I said, Mom done got up and run. Look at that. Half the dirt's gone. She took off trying to get the fuck out of here. But, it's to me, it's good to be able to go and talk to certain people. And, I don't know if it matters, but when we do the yard work around the headstones, I bring that shit back here. I bring the leaves, I bring the grass clippings, the old mulch, put it in my mulch pile out here because who knows what's connected to whatever when you die in the afterlife. How do you know that your shit's not just a molecule you is out there blowing with the sand in the wind? You don't know what's going on afterwards. So to me, to think that there might be an inkling of anybody that you do in some of those clippings and put them in your damn mulch pile. I see dead people out here at night, Justin.
Do you?
I see dead people. I do.
You ever see the movie How High?
With is that Method Man? And
yeah.
Who is it? Yeah, I've seen that. It's got the Mexican guy with him. What's his name? Or is he Mexican? He's Mexican. Like a Latino heritage, a skinny guy. Isn't he, or is he all white? Is it Method Man and Red Man, or
yeah, Method Man and Red Man? But Red Man's definitely not.
Who's the third guy?
Yeah, the Chinese, the Asian dude.
There's a third guy. Hey, is the Asian? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they had an Asian dude in there. But that's what that reminds me of because remember he would smoke. He put his buddy's ashes in the weed plant.
That's fucked up.
And they would smoke him, and then he would come and give them all the answers to the test and shit.
Now you're inviting a different entity into your body.
But what if the entity's like your boy and he can
it don't matter. That's a no-no.
Talks to you.
You think I want Zach in this body right here? He's always telling me, he goes, Dad, he said, Dad, if I was built with your size, it'd be on. I'm like, fuck, I'd be broke down by the time I was in my 20s there, son. No, he's got his mamas to get up and go. I mean, he's funny. He gets agitated quick if you look at him funny. He'll give it to you.
Yeah, I know it. It's hilarious. The funniest is watching him out in public drunk. It's the funniest shit.
He lets you loose, don't he, though, doesn't he?
He gets loose. Like that's the only time I see him get like a little aggressive. Like usually he's like laid back.
He does get aggressive. No,
voice of reason, but he'll get a little aggressive. It's funny as fuck.
It's wired up. Yeah, I picked him up on Main Street one time, and it was funny because he was so fucked up he couldn't walk. He's sitting there on a knee wall across from the public library, and all these it was fucking busy as shit down there, and there was a crowd of people that walked by that he didn't care for. He's like, "Fuck y'all!" I said, "Come on, Zach, get in the truck. I'm on the street with the door open. Let's go, son. Come on, time to go over." So we get on Main Street, take a left there at Linus. What is that, Mill or Upper One? I think it's Mill. Take a left on Mill, and then take a
Linus?
left. No, it wasn't Linus. That's down in Chevy. That's down in Chevy
Oh,
Chase.
okay. That's what you said.
No, it was there were the gold horses on the side of the building. That's done like a big chocolate horse. It's called
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where the fuck is
yeah,
that?
what's it called? It's the what do you even call them? What's the Shamrock? What's the Shamrock people? What are they called? Not the Irish, it's the Irish bar down there.
O'Shea's?
So oh no. No, it
No,
wasn't O'Shea.
that's Louisville. That's Louisville. My bad.
Yeah, no, listen, I'll figure it out here in a minute. But anyway, we take a left on Vine. He's like, I'm gonna puke, Dad. Let's go, pull it over. So I hit a parking lot right there off of Vine Street. I pulled back in this parking lot, one car all the way in the back corner where I thought it'd be nice for him to be able to puke. I pull back up there, and don't you know, right when he starts puking out the door, these three women walk up there to their car to get into their car. Like, I look at him, I say, I'm sorry, ladies. He's like, he's waving at them. We get him home, and I'm pushing him up the back steps, and he does this slow roll. It's a 6-inch step up on the driveway to our concrete patio. He takes a step up there, and in mid step, he looks at me and starts smiling and slowly goes back like the Matrix. By the time he's done, he's folded up against the wheel of the van, all curled up in there. I'm like, come on, son. Come on. I'll pick him up, take him inside. He looks at me, he goes, I'm taller than you, ain't I, Dad? I'm like, yes, you are, son. He goes in, he puked his fucking ass out the whole damn night. It was terrible.
I'll tell you what's funny. It reminded me of just Linus Pub. I remember when I was like 18, they would let us in there and drink. And me and my buddies were going in there like 2 or 3 nights a week. Well, one night, my buddy called me and said, man, we're at Linus, badass fucking band's playing, and we got a table full of girls. I was like, I'm on the way. But the thing is, I was I think I had $20 to my name. So that $20 went pretty fucking quick, in the bar. So
yeah.
My dumb ass, I'm going to one end of the bar, taking money out of the tip jar, and I'm going to the other end of the bar, paying for drinks. Then I done cashed out this fishbowl. There's no more fucking tips to this goddamn. So I walked past the table. I walked past the table where somebody just got done eating an O-round, and they left a $10 tip. I was like, thank you. So I take his $10 tip, and I go pay. Well, we go out front, and we're out front smoking, talking shit, and this fucking punk rocker walks out, and this motherfucker's big. He's fucking jacked. Well, I'm already shitty drunk by now. And he's got this leather jacket on, and we're talking and shit and this and that. And he said something, I don't remember what he said, but for some reason I looked at his jacket and said, nice jacket, Fonzie. Hey!
Did he punch you?
He was mad. He spit like right at my feet and he was like, fuck you. And he walked inside. And I was with Casey. And I told, not Mills, the one I grew up with. And he went to walk back in the bar, and I grabbed the back of his shirt, and I said, we got to go. He was like, well, I was like, it's going to be all bad if we go back in there. I'm like, we ought to just go. He's like, all right. So we left. Man, the next night, one of our buddies that was always seen in there with us called and said, what the fuck did y'all do at Linus's? I was like, what are you talking about? He said, man, the bar staff is after you motherfuckers. He said, there's like 10 punk rockers in here talking about some one-handed dude talking shit. They're like,
your ass.
They said, dude, this whole bar is ready to fuck y'all up. And they're looking at me, ready to fuck me up. And I started laughing. I was like, best advice, you probably ought to leave. I was like, because eventually they'll realize that we're not coming back. And they're going to beat you up over this shit. So I got him out of there. But yeah, I used to fucking use that place. I loved that place forever. I remember they had a like a conga band one night, like on the fucking bongos and shit. And
With a poodle,
it
with
was
a
a
standard
salsa band.
poodle.
That's what it was. It was a salsa band. And let me tell you what, they fucking rocked the house. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
they
some
were.
heavy dancing. Yeah, I mean,
And I'm
it's
over
crazy.
dancing with all these fucking girls. And when I had this girl,
Little Latinas.
she
Yeah.
was beautiful. She was dancing with me. She's shitty. I'm shitty. And my buddy's drunk. So we go out back. I'm talking to her, trying to talk her up. And my buddy's so drunk, he can't hold his fucking beer right. So he keeps tipping his hand. And when he does, he's pouring it all over this fucking girl. But she's so drunk. She's just like, oh, it's okay. When she got up, her entire jeans were soaked with beer. And I'm like,
Yes.
dude, what are you doing? You fucked up this whole scenario with me and this
He
girl.
did that on purpose.
Oh God, it was hilarious. Like, cause every time he had a bucket, so he opened the beer, he drank about half of it, and poured the rest of it on this bitch, and then he just get another one out. I was like, what are you doing?
You know, I think what was that movie, that kids movie that had the squirrel the whole damn time trying to fucking hold on to the nut with
Ice
the woolly
Age.
mammoth? Ice Age. Wasn't that some funny? That's a human. You know, these humans, everybody just trying to get a nut all the damn time. What did I watch the other night? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fucking classic. You know, you
Yes.
got to think about that shit. Phoebe Cates coming out of the fucking tub with or out of the pool with them nice little red bikini and shit like that. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. I see me as being Spicoli. You know, I'm the pizza delivery guy tonight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, right now I only watch horror movies in October. I save them all
Horror
year.
movies. Did you say WHORE or HORROR?
No, I watch the WHORE ones like daily.
Is that the ones we're talking about? Because we need to get on the same page here before we
No,
start writing this
horror
Bible
movies, scary movies.
with the extra OR.
Yeah.
With the dot or without the dot. Okay, I got you.
Feather or dot. Feather or dot.
You keep throwing a feather in there. That must be a younger thing because I never heard the feather part. It makes sense though. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's all good.
But like I said, I don't watch them all year, and then in October I just fucking purge them. But one of my favorite ever horror movies, and I gotta watch it every year, is the original
Pee-wee's
Evil
Big Adventure. Evil Dead? No,
the original.
no.
It's
but is that where he's got the chainsaw done to his fucking arm?
Yeah, obviously, he's my kindred spirit.
That's so fucking corny. Yeah, that's so corny.
It is.
That's a weird ass fucking movie.
It's so bad that it's great. That's why
Didn't
I love
they have
it.
the shit chained down in the fucking crawl space down in the basement?
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one that was better than that. Evil Dead. What was it? It was something because it did have Channing Tatum go out in the woods with that little fucking blonde-headed chick. She come off with the titties. It was like an Evil Dead. It was set at a cabin, and at the end, he tried to escape the place.
Dead, actually.
No, it wasn't Evil Dead.
But they made a reboot some years.
No, it was called The Cabin. It's called The Cabin or something like that.
I've seen that, The Cabin.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end he thinks he's free and he tries to jump this little ramp with his motorcycle and hits this fucking crosswork that eats his shit up like the Matrix. That's badass. Yeah, hold on. We went from showing titties and fucking zombies. That's the one where they had the guys in Asia and France, and all of them were filming these little schools, and they were shooting gases in them, making these motherfuckers play out their roles. Remember? Because when the blonde-headed chick went to pull her titties out, he's like, turn up the estrogen, and these fucking little mushrooms started throwing smoke out into the air. So they all had little bets going on. Is she going to take top off? Is she not going to take top off? It's like a Big Brother thing when you actually fucking kind of analyze that movie. That's weird. I was just thinking about the titties. I'm sorry. I throwed a downer on you.
The Cabin in the Woods. That's
Cabin. There it is. Cabin. Who's in it? Is it Josh Hartnett or is it Chris Pine? One of the main guy actors was in it.
Yeah, I think it was Josh Hartnett. Actually, what you said is kind of true. A year or so ago, I was listening to like this conspiracy podcast, and there's actually a lot of like conspiracy deep state innuendos in that movie. Like they like how they like they'll break it down and be like, oh, this and that, which they're probably just
And
looking
they're
too fucking deep into
professional
it.
about it. The more professional, the more true it is. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's like The Shining, like the wallpaper and the carpet is all supposed to have some deeper meaning and bullshit. Like I
Never
think
heard
that
that.
shit. I think that shit's interesting, but I don't look into it too much because it's like you'll drive yourself fucking nuts with that shit.
Well, what about the dollar bill? When you fold the dollar bill and you get the twin tires burning.
Yeah, yeah. And
Isn't that
actually,
crazy?
there's another way to fold it, and you get the Pentagon burning.
Haven't seen that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People got too much time on their hands. If I say
That's
they would go
that's
on
how I
out
chalk
and
that shit
fucking,
up. Like I love hearing about that shit and like looking into it. I'm like, holy fuck, this is nuts. But at the same time, I'm like, what is your life like that you've dug
it's
so
fucked up.
deep to figure this shit out?
Well, they could go. Let's see, Jay. While we've been chained up doing sex acts with a 55-year-old male for the last 20 years, what do you think my life's like right now?
But I
It
love all
puts
that.
the lotion on its skin.
But I love all that like wild, peculiar shit in movies. You know what I mean? Like you ever see that movie with Tom Cruise? Where they're in like the sex shit, like the sex things.
Oh yeah, that was a neighborhood deal, wasn't it?
It was what was it called? Fuck! It was him, and I think it was like the movie that him and that fucking
Oh, fuck, I got
Australian
it in my
chick.
head. Yeah, I got it in my head right now. I know
Eyes
it's coming.
Wide Shut.
That wasn't what I was thinking about. The Burbs. I was thinking about the Burbs. You were talking about
With
the
Tom
all
Hanks.
sex shit. Yeah.
Dude, my wife loves that movie. I remember it came on
What
like
is it called?
Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and the chick who married Keith Urban. Fuck's her
Nicole
name?
Kidman. Nicole Kidman's crazy good. And I tell you who else is good. Not Juliette Lewis, the other, the what's her name? The redheaded actress. She's in so much shit. She was in. What up? Oh, scary man.
The Godfather's in the building.
Yeah, what was that one I was talking
I'm trying
about?
to get my
I done
damn.
lost my track. It's a squash driver. That's what it is. It's a squash driver.
No, but the Burbs. My wife loves the movie. It was on Netflix or something for a while, and she watched that shit like weekly for a while. Every time I came home, and shit was
I'm
on
talking
TV.
about the old 80s model shit. They had some newer stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, this is the 80s shit with Tom Hanks and
Yeah,
crap, or the 90s.
That's what I'm talking about. She would watch that movie habitually.
It's like The Money Pit with Tom Hanks and what's the girl from Cheers? The blonde-headed girl.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm talking about? What's her name? Big Eyes.
Isn't it Kathy something?
No, fuck no, you missed it. Come on. What are you hauling there, JD? What are you hauling? Look, he's on another planet right now, and he ain't gonna tell us. He's gonna say, "Run, humans, run!" You about to get eaten by the big fucking snails. What the fuck? Starship Troopers. You ever watch that shit?
Oh
They fight
man,
the bugs all the time. That's some funny ass shit.
I remember that was one of the first movies that I would like habitually watch to beat off to.
Yeah, I had the titties all on it in the shower scene. Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah!
That
Now, I know you now. You used to watch. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, where Ving Rhames was in there doing the little fucking butt twerk on the shower scene, weren't you, Justin? You was loving that.
One of my favorite scenes ever.
That's a funny fucking movie. And then
That's a damn shame.
The poor mailman getting all sentimental with him.
No, I can't lie though. I remember there was like some pivotal movies back before I got my first ever porn tape that I would like really like Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire, I
Was there
remember that
titties
vividly.
on Jerry Maguire?
There's one scene where his like super hot girlfriend before he lost his job and got with Renee Zellweger, that she's like riding him and the dogs watching him. And the funny thing is anytime my parents would try to watch that VHS, it was stopped right there at that fucking
Skip.
scene.
Fucking replay.
I know they knew what I was doing. There was so many Kleenexes and lotion missing during that time of my life.
Ain't
It's
this a
ridiculous.
bitch? You nasty fucking DNA spreading motherfucker. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I
What
mean,
you hauling, JD? What you hauling? Bourbon or naked?
I'm empty. I'm empty
ain't
right
this-
now.
Ain't this a bitch? So you fucking running the speed limit, ain't you?
Hell no. Making this some bitch do all it'll do. I done had to, man, I had to listen. I talked to Justin earlier and I said I got 30 more miles and I'll be at the truck wash. I'm gonna wash my truck and my trailer. And I'm going to grab me something to drink and I'll come on the show. I'm in the truck wash. They washing my truck. I'm sitting there fucking with the radio because I know I'm about ready to go and I want to make sure that when I leave, my YouTube music kicks in and play. And all of a sudden, I'm not looking at the window and I hear something clunk, like a rock hit my window. So I
you
turn and look.
Mexican with a brush.
No, I'm sitting in the truck wash inside the bay. I turn and look, and it's this black kid. He's holding the pot. He's holding the sprayer, and he hits the window, and he's standing there with his supervisor. When he hits the window, I looked at him like, "The fuck did you hit my window for?" You know, because you hit it with that fucking nozzle. You could have easily cracked my damn glass.
Yeah.
And then I got to tell my boss how you done went and cracked the fucking glass, the damn window in the damn truck, because you did something stupid as fuck. So when I get ready to pull out, his boss, I rolled the window down. His boss said, "Hey man, I'm sorry he did that. I was trying to get your attention, and I told him when he went to do it, don't do that, and he did it anyway." But literally, when I looked at dude, I turned and looked at him, and both of them seemed to look on my face, and the kid was like, "Oh shit, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have did that." You damn right he's right. You shouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
So the
JD
look on my face said it all. Like, I'm getting ready to pop this door open and get out and hit you in your fucking eye about this damn window on this truck.
Dildo.
Yeah. I was like, ain't this a bitch? So then I goes up in the truck stop and I goes back there to get some chicken out of Popeyes. And these two little bastards, and I gotta give it to them though. I like I told him, I said from a OG to a young G's, I respect what you're doing. They were closed. Little buddy said cash only. I said, then they started to run their game. You want a $10 meal or a $20 meal? Well, fuck.
In the store,
cash
in
only?
the store. You talking about
in the store? In Popeyes, inside the truck stop.
Fuck that.
No,
needs to pay them a visit. Yeah.
I'm fine with the hustle because you're hustling, and that's better than being out stealing. Y'all gonna sell y'all gonna sell what chicken y'all got left and put that cash in your pocket. Justin, you know we can respect the hustle.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
We can respect the hustle. $10, yeah, I couldn't even be mad at him. So I get some 20 out of the ATM, and they say, "You want the $10 meal or the $20 meal?" I want the $20. I want the $10 meal. I said, and I don't want no. I said, if you ain't got no drumsticks up there, I said I want thighs. I said, don't give me no fucking breast. I don't like no breast unless it's on a woman. Don't give me no damn breast.
Facts.
Dark meat.
Dude,
Yeah, buddy.
I said, and I don't even want no sides. Dude gave me 4 thighs and a biscuit for $10. I said, fuck, I got more chicken for this $10 fucking with you motherfuckers than I would have got if I'd have paid $20 and ordered this shit.
You didn't get no gizzards? You didn't get no gizzards? Them chewy motherfuckers?
Popeyes don't got gizzards.
Chicken gristle? Oh, fuck that shit. You know, that white shit on the end of a chicken bone, that's fucking heaven. I'll be sitting there eating a fucking chicken bone and all of a sudden hit that little fucking white soft. I'm like, chew it off. That's crazy. They should sell that by the bag. Look at his
I
leg
eat the
going off. He's
gristle
doing
all
crack.
the time.
He said they
He's
should sell
doing,
gristle by the bag.
yeah, look at look at that shit. Oh, JD, I got something for you. Come on now. What is that? That shit you've been hollering. Acorn
That's some
squash.
squash.
Yeah, it
Acorns.
is. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
the
We bought like
season
20 of them fuckers. Yeah, and it was from
the
last
season's
year's.
over now.
I know, but it was last year's pumpkin shit my wife bought and threw in the mulch pile. It volunteered up, got the size of an S10 truck with like 2 different plants. One was green, one was fucking like a pumpkin.
Well, damn.
You gonna
Yeah,
eat
it's
them?
crazy. No, I'm gonna pay JD to come over here and truck 20 of them. Where do we get the big money, brother? Send me a check.
You-
The
You gotta,
Optograph.
Hell
you
no.
gotta change your name.
I got
You gotta change your name to Seamus.
Optograph.
You gotta change your name to Seamus before JD will holler.
Shameless, maybe not shameless. Frank Gallagher.
Hell no. Yeah, I done did. What did I do this week, man? I did liquor out of Barton's to Pensacola. I did Coca-Cola out of Mobile back to Coca-Cola in Atlanta. And then I'm gonna pick up some some type of frozen uh patches of packets that go back to U of L. I think they go up to Louisville to U of L, to the U of L storage facility out there off of National Turnpike is what I think
Well,
I'm getting tomorrow.
that's just his hair gel. That's his hair gel. He got to have a certain kind.
Lord knows I need
Yeah.
something.
He need to do something. His woman need to come out with some shears and fucking take care of that sheet. That ram,
Hey,
whatever you want to call it.
I
Shit.
thought when you said you was gonna let the hair grow out, I thought you was bullshitting. But now
No, that's
I
crazy.
I
He
see
look
you
like a
dead ass
Q-tip,
serious
he
with
look
it.
like a dirty ass Q-tip, don't he?
I see you dead ass serious. I thought we were really. I said I thought we were really bonding because you used to go to the barber every week, get your beard trimmed up and shit. I didn't know when you were gonna let the hair grow out, you was gonna say fuck the beard too. I mean,
yeah, I seen better looking brushes on a chimney cleaning crew. What the fuck's wrong with you?
The wild thing is, I get the beard done every other week. But the wild thing is, when I was getting my South Side fade going on, I was in the barbershop every week. And then when you're looking like a motherfucking wilderness creature, like it's like
You're
you
scary
ain't gotta
looking,
go
Justin.
like
You
that
are
no more.
scary. You know,
You
you
ain't gotta go
realize
like
that
that
doesn't
anymore.
help your business. No, you fucking putting a brand out right now. Your brand is scary painting. Call us if you want to feel fucking invaded for a
I tell you, the
painting
wildest
job.
shit is every day I come home, I've still not figured out the trajectory of my actual head and my fro
To the
when
pipe,
it's out.
yes, sirree.
Because
You don't wear like a
every day
prison
when I
net.
go home, I got paint in my hair. Every day.
Do a little prison net. Do one of the little tied up shirts with the fucking little bow right under the titties and the little prison fucking scarf
you're
up
gonna have
there.
to put a
Yeah, he'd be
scarf
looking
on it.
all right. Yeah, I think
I'm
he
about
could
to
make
give
some
me I'm
money
about
on
to give me one of
YouTube with
those
that.
I'm
with
about to
that
give me one of those
poster.
Rasta man hats, one of them Jamaican hats, so I can put on my hair in the hat and go
No,
on about my business.
shit, no. Where'd I go? I went to Botany Bay last night. This little 5-foot black guy's running around. He got like what looks like a Smurf fucking dude coming out, 8 inches above his head, and got a hoodie on top of it. He got all these fucking dreads all piled up. I was like, hey man, when you get fucked up, does your head fucking go sideways? Do you catch yourself running around like that? He's like, yes, I do. I said, that's good. Everything's good. But I mean, this motherfucker had hair coming out, looked like a baby Smurf or something like that under that hoodie.
Yeah.
It was crazy how thick does that shit get? I mean, how fucking much hair can you stack on top of your head?
It just grows.
But
That's
to have
crazy.
long dreadlocks, your natural hair is long as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be. I mean, I've been growing a ponytail for Saks. Let's see. Well, hold on. 84, 85. Hold on. 81, 82, 83, 87. 87. I've been growing a ponytail since 87. And I've noticed that shit has gotten short over the years. But I mean, it's just crazy just how you just put that shit back there, and it just continues to grow. You know,
Yeah.
it just fucking goes on like that shit. It's insane.
I
And
think
I
it's
know
wild. Like
Justin
when
got
I
some
don't
nice pictures.
like my hair's laying down a little bit right now because I was wearing a hat earlier. But
It looked better. It looked better.
when I
Cover
wake
that
up
head
and
up.
it's dry, my shit is froed out for real. And
Look up
man,
Phyllis Diller.
I still don't have the gauge on where my hair is to where like the other day I rolled my hair up in the fucking truck window.
No, I've done my sun visor, not my hair.
Not even paying no. I was rolling it up like because my work truck's got the roll up windows. I rolled that shit up because it was cold out, and I went to go turn the radio on, and I ripped a fucking plug out of my head. I was like, God damn.
Hold on, you talking about something hanging out the window? Let me give you this. Colonel Ben Filson used to drive around with like a 6-pack in a T-shirt, spun up, closed up in a window of a Cadillac when it was fucking wintertime to keep the beer cold.
Nice.
Think about that shit though. You drive by a cop, you got a 6-pack in a T-shirt rolled up on the outside of the car, rolled up in the window.
Yeah.
Well, he can't say you was drinking.
No, it's outside the car.
Oh yeah, you were. There were beers inside. They knew you was drinking. You was keeping your shit cold. They knew you was drinking. That was crazy as fuck back then in those days.
I'll tell you what's
didn't think
fucked up. I
about
had a
that crap.
buddy. I had a buddy whose daddy was bad off on crack, and he would just show up when like at his house when like he was down and out and had nowhere else to go. So
Nowhere to eat. Yep.
and he would go in the house and just tear up everything, and like after about a couple of days off the shit, he would just tear up everything in the fucking refrigerator. And he's starving. He'd been on dope for fucking months, you know. This motherfucker's granny, and during the wintertime, would buy him bread and lunch meat, and he would keep the bread under his bed, and he put the lunch meat in his windowsill and shut the window. So he would have something to eat when his daddy would come back off of crack beans. I was like, I remember one time we went to his house, and I was like, damn, dude, like, you hungry? I'm hungry, man. Like, what we gonna do, man? We gotta eat something. He's like, oh, you want a ham sandwich?
Where's your little sister?
Yeah, I want a ham sandwich. This motherfucker pulled bread and mayonnaise out from underneath his bed and opened his window and had ham and cheese in the window. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, was it good? Was it good?
Fuck yeah. I mean,
it was good.
Honestly, to this day, when you hungry, bread, mayo, lunch meat, cheese is immaculate. I mean, there ain't nothing better.
It is.
No.
Tastes like steak.
It ain't nothing better than just a good old sandwich when you're hungry. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't got to be nothing
my
special.
Man used to, on the way down, when we lived down the river, he'd stop by the dumpsters of like a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And he'd bring these big boxes and it was Kentucky Fried Chickens and Long John Silver's. And he would bring these boxes home, and these boxes would be just open top brown boxes that they ship cans of shit in. And at the end of the night, they would just take everything in the grill and just throw it in a box and throw it away. I'm down there on the river. I'm like 10 years old. He fucking show up with these boxes. He goes, here's some food for the dogs. I go out there to feed the dogs. I look at it. I go, there's fucking chicken planks and fish strips and hush puppies. I'm like, fuck you dogs. I'm sitting there eating the shit out of stuff. Going, oh, Lord, every now and then there'd be a fucking outdated fucking little strawberry shortcake or something like that. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm living the dream right now.
Oh, shit. I tell you, it's wild. My mom started getting them fucking chihuahuas.
I don't understand that. Your dad needs to smack the shit out of your mom for the chihuahuas. I like your mom, but damn. Yeah.
After she got her first chihuahua, like that's like she don't give a fuck about no other dog. She's got to have them. But she would make a ground turkey meat and white rice and mix it up, and that was what she feed the dogs, right? So
I would have come over for dinner. Y'all had to do was call.
Well,
you ain't gonna feed it to the dogs.
You know Jimmy Rooster.
Yeah,
Rooster was staying with him for a while. I had an Uncle Rooster, JD, like that's his name, Rooster. But,
he was a shanker. He was a shanker.
Yeah, he shanked a motherfucking heartbeat. But he was doing some work over there for him, like painting and shit. So he was staying over, you know, and my mom came in from work one day and he had a big bowl of ground turkey meat and rice, and he was sitting there eating the bowl, and he said, Curry, he said, whatever you cooked ain't too bad. He's like, but it needs some fucking seasoning. He's like, you ain't put no salt or nothing in here. And she said,
turkey.
That's the goddamn dog food. Eat the goddamn dog food like it was dinner. And then he got mad at my mom because he didn't think she put no Larry's in it.
I'd be pissed off if I was a dog. I'd be going, no, fuck no, you have that shit back. Put some seasoning on it.
Oh, when he stayed with them, this motherfucker was hilarious. My dad,
your dad should have choked the shit out of him. I'm surprised your dad put up with that shit. Did he stay with your parents for a little while?
Yeah, a lot. Like,
no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I know Brooke did. I know Brooke did.
He was living with us one time, and I came in one day, and my mom was like, "Tell me the truth." I was like, "It's probably gonna be a hard sell.
This is not good." Yeah.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" She said, your dad, after he had that back injury, had a bottle of Lord Tabs." I was like, "He did? Damn." I was like, "All right."
You didn't know about them, did you?
Yeah.
Wink,
she
wink.
said,
"Yeah."
She said, my dad refused to take narcotics. Like, he just eat ibuprofen and muscle through it. So he never took none of them. She's like, "I found the bottle empty in the trash." I was like, "Okay." She said, "Tell me the truth. Did you steal them? Did you take him pills?" I said, "I didn't even know he had the motherfuckers."
Oh, you blame that shit on the rooster.
The rooster
No,
took him pills.
Come on,
No,
live. Come on,
no.
cry. Break
The
down, start
rooster
crying.
took
I
him
love you, Mama.
pills.
I ate all those pills one by one. And
But
I
the
thought
thing
about
is,
your whole household.
no, if I'd have known, that's my thing. I was mad because if I'd have known, I would have taken them for sure. I would have for sure been on the streets with Lord Tab T's like, "Hey, anybody want any motherfucking pills?" But no. But she asked him, and this is what this motherfucker said. He said, "I don't know." He said, "But you know, Justin likes to party." Motherfucker.
That's fucked up.
He tried to dime me out for stealing them. The funniest shit, though, she came to me again while he was staying there. This is when on-demand TV first hit the scene. And I remember
he was watching Squiggles and hitting buy. I know what he was doing.
I remember that was the shit. So she came to me, she had the bill. And she said, "Have you been watching pornos?" I was like, "Well, yeah, but no." You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? She was like, "I got over $40 extra on this bill for pornos." And I was like, "I didn't do that shit on demand." And she looked at me, and I'm like, "It's free on your computer. Why would I? You might have a virus on your computer, but I ain't. Why would I? Come on now. Why would I? I'm smarter than I'm young enough to know how the internet works. I don't need this motherfucking on-demand porno shit." This motherfucker was running up porno charges, stealing pills, and he put it all on me. I was like, "This motherfucker."
Damn.
Fucking my own damn uncle just staying in my parents' house, diming me out. Oh, Brooke's the funniest.
No, don't even get started on her.
No, but when I moved to Louisville, she moved in my parents' house when I moved to Louisville. And my mom called me and she's like, "Brooke done robbed us." She's like, she done stole this, she done stole that. I was like, "Well, you know, that's what happens when you have a dope fiend move in your house." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why you let her move in. You knew what she was on. But
look, I look like JD right now. Look, he can't see me neither.
I still had some shit at the house, and I went back and I checked my shit. I thought, and I was like, "Oh, well, she know better. She didn't steal none of my shit. Like, that bitch knows what's up."
She stole.
But I had a custom-made suit for my grandmother's funeral, like, you know, tailored, you know, short arm, long arm. You know what I mean? we end up needing to go somewhere where I needed a suit. So I show up at their house. I'm gonna get my suit. It's gone. This bitch stole a suit tailored for a one-handed man and somehow was cold enough to get that off for money.
Well, damn.
I was
Yeah,
like, man,
she a gang.
I was like, man, you gonna see a motherfucker walk down the street with a suit with one arm too short. I was like, who the fuck steals a suit tailored for a one? Like, who else gonna wear this motherfucker?
Maybe she found another one-armed man.
You know, I wouldn't put it past her. She's a despicable creature, but goddamn, I mean, when it came to hustling, that motherfucker knew how to do it. That is fucking for sure. This actually got me one time though when she was staying there. My dad got all them collectible Maker's Mark bottles, and she stole a bunch of them and sold them for dope. And then when my parents asked her about this shit, she said, "Well, you know, Justin was over here a couple weeks ago." I was like, "Bitch."
You was in on it. Hold on, you not fessing up to the whole story.
I'm living in Louisville, and at this time I was sober. I was like, I'm living in Louisville, sober, in a halfway house, and you gonna pin me for stealing the Maker's Mark? I was like, wretched soul.
You an easy target. Look, JD's on the road, ain't he? Ain't this a bitch?
Oh yeah, that's how my man gets to the bag out there on the road.
I found my theme song for Five Finger Fiasco. I'm gonna start getting you to play my theme song whenever I come on your show.
Oh,
I want that home.
Please tell.
I want that DJ Khaled, just the part with Young Boosie that I'm out here grinding.
Is that the name of the song? I'm out here grinding.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Akon sings the hook. The Boosie come in and he's spelling out "We the best." So I was like, soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that's gonna have to be my new theme song for Five Finger Fiasco every time I come on. Yep.
Motherfucker, I'm getting ready to pass out on you guys.
Are you?
Yeah.
I believe
it sounds like you've been through it already. What you drinking tonight?
Man, I'm buttered up. I'm doing I'm on Bullet Rye. I've had 2 ice balls on that, so that's about 3.5, 4 drinks. I've had the good stuff, the natural remedy stuff. Yeah. I'm getting ready to check out here in a minute. If I pass out, go ahead and do me good, guys.
I'm excited.
I'm thinking about one of these days. If I was the croak right now, what would you tell your brother there, Jay Wall? You know, me and your dad was having a good time. He took one last hit, and he's like, "Pal, I do want to lay around. I do want to lay around for about a week so I can tell everybody bye. But I want to go fairly quick. I want to go quick.
I want to tell them like how we gonna divvy up this bourbon shelf. That's pretty much what's gonna be on my mind.
Guess what? You're getting locked out because you ain't family. There's a big difference. I'm a fucking
damn.
No, hold on. I'm a hybrid jeter. You a hybrid jeter too. So me and you in the same fucking gene pool. When all the jeters are dying, ain't no shit coming to JG. No, that ain't happening. You know, JG's parents didn't have no money. I ain't got no fucking inheritance. Yeah. My woman loves me. Hopefully she won't put me in the shed while she got other people coming over. I'll be fucking some shit up, Jay Wall.
Well, I'm pretty sure that all my young ruffian days of getting bailed out of fucking jail and this and that, like I'm pretty sure I burned through my inheritance way before my old man croaked. So I think I've done tapped. I think my sister's getting whatever's left.
that she should. No, I mean your sister.
It's okay. At least you know you got to go to work.
Yeah, you know, like I ain't tripping on it. Like honestly, my sister probably should take the fucking the estate because she's pretty much for the most part kept her nose clean this whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I'll be quite honest with you. If you was my boy right now, I would have beat you from the time you was about 9. 9 until the time I run your ass off from the house. So yeah, you a fucking hardhead motherfucker. I will say that.
Was he really that bad though, Jeter?
No, he wasn't bad. No, he wasn't bad at all. He just fucking try your ass. I mean, I can remember so many times his old man Tay-Wall fucking run his mouth about something and his dad give him one of these. Are you serious? You know, it's fucking like every 5 minutes. I'm like, go ahead and beat the shit out of that little motherfucker. I give him a couple licks there out on the football field out of meanness. I must apologize because as a assistant coach, I did take it out on the poor 9-year-olds, thinking I was fucking cool as a 25-year-old. Is that how that works? Yeah. Ain't
Yep.
nothing.
Yep.
Ain't nothing better than have fucking 3 or 4 fucking little 10-year-olds on you going. Hell, I had one in Nicholsville tell me, I got you this year, coach. I'm like, hold on. You was 9 last year. You 10 this year. You think I taught you that much shit? Are you serious? I say, come on. You know, I throw his ass down. But it's funny. Every year, this boy would show up as a lineman and tell me, I got you this year, coach. I'm like, you do not have us. No, you don't.
Hey, at least he was trying though. He had something to look forward to.
He was good. And I want to throw a shout out right now. I'm not big on this stuff, but and this is probably not the proper website. Not that I don't love you, Joe Wall, but
What's that?
14-year-old boy that I had the pleasure of a coach in Nicholsville, Jacoby Pittman. I'm not going to say how he died, but I mean it wasn't good. I don't think his parents was expecting it. I think he might have taken something too early. But I mean, at 14 years old, he left this earth. I mean, he left his parents fucking heartbroken, left me heartbroken. I spent 2 years with him. You know, it's crazy what the bond that you put in with kids, the bond that you put in with the parents that are raising those kids. I think it's cool that everybody should remember that stuff, that you got an issue with somebody, go talk to them. You got an issue with yourself, go talk to somebody. You know, it don't matter. I'm not talking about the mental health push or anything like that. I think this shit's been around for fucking millenniums. And people are, just because you have social media, everything's getting a hype right now. Everything's brand new. I think people need to back the fuck up. And when they hear something, don't react. Stop back. You know, calculate a little bit before you fucking throw your 2 cents in there. Because 9 times out of 10, your 2 cents is going to suck. But I mean, I love this boy. Love this family. Big shout out to Jacoby Pittman right now. Fucking East Jessamine football player. Badass. You know, love him.
Yeah. Shout out to Jacoby, man. It's always a travesty, you know, when somebody's gone through. Like, that's the wildest thing. Like, like you see nowadays, like with the youth and the young ones, like there's really a detach from the
adults.
Life.
Yeah, adults in life. Yeah,
life as far as like the longevity of life and like the pursuit of happiness and the things, you know, like to look forward to. Like for me, honestly, I've done a lot of shit, and I've been in some really dark pits of my brain. You know what I mean? Like I've really been like I've mentally tormented myself over a lot of shit. But
that's not what Shadow Smurf said.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is when I wake up every day, no matter what the last day was, good, bad, in between, I always look at it as there ain't no time machine. I can't go back in the past. I got a fresh 24 hours to do something new, do something different, get back to my pursuit of whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like success, be a father, be a husband, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like I don't always hit the mark, but I always look at it as long as you wake up in the next morning, you got a fresh 24 hours to try to do something. You know what I mean? Like
24 hours. Man, I like to sleep at least 8 of those. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
old. I need 8 hours of sleep. You know how that
But
is.
like it's
J-Walk.
wild. Like I just seen a couple weeks ago, mass shooting in Charlotte, North Carolina. The mass shooter, 15 years old.
That's got to be
Damn.
social media. That's got to be social media. I mean, no, think about it.
But can you
I'm
imagine,
gonna throw one
like
at you
think
right
about
now.
you, pizza delivery
I
guy.
never
You
thought
said
about
you
that.
said when you turned 15, that's when you really started hanging out with people, like
Fine,
doing
but there
things.
wasn't that shit that I want to kill people. And you know, they've got some few things that I have watched, and I could be way wrong because I could be watching something wrong, but said that the Marxist government has been installed in the American government since the fucking early 40s. And that's what this is, to turn the kids away from the parents, to erase history, to do all this shit. To me, I think you should embrace what your forefathers did to get you where you need to go. I don't care if you winded up in a fucking government project, and your parents fed you every now and then. That's what you got. That's what God wanted for you.
Yeah, but to
Should I
me,
preach some shit to you?
some of the best people I've ever met and known, and some of the biggest success stories, some of the millionaires that I've met have wild childhood stories. Like parents weren't there, parents died early, had to fend for themselves.
It sparked them.
With,
It fucking sparked that DNA. Yeah,
but
it
like
really did.
the pursuit of life outweighed the muck that they were going through at the time, which is what like
Where are
kind
you,
of
JD?
made them who they are. You
Wake
know what I
up.
mean?
Wake the fuck
But
up.
like I said,
Wake
I
up.
mean, you like you were talking about earlier. At 15 years old, that's when you really started to step out and hang with people and do things and experience shit.
But hold
And I
on. Let me throw this at you. At 15 years old, I could take off and be on my own and make it if I needed to.
yeah,
I did it. I did it. I ran away multiple times at 15 years old, and that's not to say that that's a good thing to do. But in my circumstance, it's what I felt was good for me as an individual. So at 15 years old, I felt like fuck. I can go out there and I can do what I need to do. I had my father-in-law tell my wife when we get married, 18, 19, somewhere around there, right out of school, how you all gonna make it? We're gonna make it. That's all you gotta do is tell somebody. Well, hey, yeah, give me a shot of your woman. Where's your woman? Where's your woman?
she's in the bed. I'm trying to get my camera
Oh,
ready for this drink I'm about to make.
ain't this a bitch?
That's the one beautiful thing about running my own paint situation.
Is there any cat food in there? Hold on, what's that?
Hell no, ain't no
I'm
cat
looking
food.
at you.
I never
You
have
got
a
a
cat.
holidays container.
Only
You got a
time I'll have a
candle.
cat is the only time I'll own a cat is if I own a farm.
You got a plant that needs some water. I can see that shit right now. Put your finger on that soil and see if it's dry. Put your finger on it, damn it. Your finger, not your nub. You fucking bonehead.
It's wet.
This is why your old man throwed your ass in my side yard like a fucking piece of trash.
It ain't my fault he had a rage issue.
No, he didn't have no rage issues. He had a fucking dumbass kid. There you go. There you go. Talk to me, JD. Where are you?
Shit.
You on the road?
Nashville. Well, Smyrna,
You on the
Tennessee.
road? You in a parking lot? Where are you?
No, I'm sitting on the shoulder of the on ramp.
Is that the
And I'm gonna
best
say,
place to pull over?
well, considering the truck stop was full and there was nowhere to park, yeah, because I can just wake up, get in the seat, wipe the shit out my eyes, put my glasses on, pull off, go 2 exits down, jump off, and 5 minutes later I'm sitting there where I need to be to get loaded.
So what are you gonna pull there? 4, 5, 6 hours?
I'll be here till I ain't got to load till 12 o'clock tomorrow, so I'll be here till
Tomorrow
probably about
afternoon?
12 noon. That's
So you just
that's 1 o'clock.
That's so fucked up. How you get your schedule like that? I got a son that's a fireman, Jay Wall, look, he looked like the fucking guy. It puts the lotion on his skin. Look at that fucking headshot. Ain't this a bitch? I'm talking to JD right now. Don't fuck with the camera, Jay Wall.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look right now. He looked like Welcome Back Cotter, Gabe Kaplan.
Welcome
But anyway,
back.
what I'm saying is, you are on such a sporadic schedule that you have no clue when your shit is going to happen.
No.
You don't know when you're going to sleep, when you're going to wake up. And he was the same thing when he worked the buggy and was I think he's a paramedic. He's one of better than the other. Paramedic EMT. He'll be mad at me tomorrow because I'm working at his house. Jay Wall, you got
What are you doing, windows
on
again?
the top of your hair.
Are you gonna get these fucking windows done?
Hey, look at this. Look at this. You got one little Cadillac up here on my camera. What are you doing to the camera? Where's
Cadillac?
You done away with JD. That's 57 Chevy Bel Air. Yes, it is. You done kick somebody off the show? Hold on, which way did I go? There we go. Yeah,
what is
baby.
that?
57 Chevy Bel Air.
Hey, you know my great aunt, we took her to the pumpkin patch the other night, and she went
Who's
to
your great aunt?
Trisha, my granny's sister, Granny Pam.
Where she live?
Here in Louisville.
No fucking way. She's a fucking hillbilly. Yeah. I know she's from like down
she's straight from South
anywhere.
Leicester. She's straight from South Leicester.
There it is. All right.
But she went to a yard sale and got 4 commemorative NASCAR Pez machines and like old school, like Rusty Wallace and shit, and Tom and Richard Petty. I was like, "What are you gonna do with these?" She said, "I'm gonna give them away for Christmas presents." I said, "Don't you do that." And I said, "Them motherfuckers are worth money."
Yeah, you better watch it. They'll all be
replicas. Every NASCAR that she got was a guy that ain't raced in at least 20 years. I was like, don't give them away. Them motherfuckers are worth money.
And a lot of it.
And their Pez machine, it's like a whole die-cast little car. Not die-cast, but, a little replica car. And the car itself, you pull out the engine, and that's where the Pez goes in. And at the tailpipe is where the candy comes out. I was like, those are going to be worth money.
They probably already are.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, Rusty Wallace ain't raced since like 2001 or some shit. Richard Petty, when's the last time he raced?
Pez.
I mean, I wouldn't eat the Pez candy in that motherfucker. but for sure, those motherfuckers.
Fix your camera. Fix your camera. Hold on. What is fucked up about the camera, J Wall? Did you do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did. You little fuck face.
Is it not looking at me? I'm looking at it, looking at me.
Looking at me. Looking at J Wall. Hold on.
JD. He said
back up, JD. No, back up. Go back to sleep. He's like a vampire over there. Look at he coming in and out of the dark. Hey, if you knock on my door one night, goes JD. Guess what? I ain't letting you in till dawn, you fucking asshole.
I'll probably still be up.
Fuck that.
I'm only going to sleep 6 hours anyway.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that anyway. Like I say, I'm hitting the 58 and I got to have 8. 7.5 to 8. I got to have it. If I don't, I'm not nasty or nothing. I just don't feel good the rest of the day.
Oh,
it's crazy as you get older.
Live in action in Destin. That first night.
Hold on, whoa. Somebody's breaching the man room door. Hold on here. It's a female has actually opened the door without knocking, Justin. That's your. Oh, she knocked.
Sounds like your ass about to go to bed. That's like that's your calling card.
No, I gotta let the beast out and put him in his cage. Are we calling this quits or are we staying on for a little bit? No, you won't. If you let that dog go and I gotta chase him at fucking 11:30 at night, I'm gonna be pissed off. There's a white woman chasing a Great Dane with a leash down Liberty Road.
Yeah, that'll be on your ring. That'll be on your ring camera.
Yeah. Are we staying on? We're going to bed. Talk to me.
It sounds like we're going to bed.
Are we?
You sound tired. I see JD needs a little rest. I mean, I could go for a while. I just poured another drink, but I could just watch the rest of Kanye West talking
No.
crazy shit.
Yeah, you should have fucked up and drank your shit earlier, asshole.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna fill that cup, or what are we calling the clips? What are we doing? We've already lost Shadow.
Hey, hold on. If you and JD gonna be on for a minute, I'll come back down. If y'all gonna be on, I'll come back down. I can handle it. Hell, all I gotta do is be at Zach's. I know the boss. I can call him.
The best. Is
I'm
Steve
sorry. I know
going
it's
to Zach's?
JD. I'm going.
He said, "I know the boss. I got it."
Is Steve gonna go to Zach's with you?
No, Zach's actually going or Steve's going for the other job. So yeah.
What's Zach? Is Zach gonna be there?
No, it'd be me and Zach. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zach will be there. All you got to do is sit on his couch with a coffee and point at shit.
Are you serious? When I go up to Zach's, we fucking work.
Well, all you got to do is take the we out and say he work. He works.
No, hold on. If your old man showed up at your house and said, "Oh, you got me for 8 hours," what would you do? You work that motherfucker's ass off, Justin. I know what you do.
If I had my dad alone for 8 hours, I would take him to the Muhammad Ali Museum, get him a big steak, and tell him to sit his ass down somewhere. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, and he go, "Thank you, son." All right, y'all.
Because he's already put him through so much.
Yeah, I can't work that man no more. I'm trying to my damnedest to make it easy on him.
Hey, you made the cut. You made the cut, Jay Wall. He loves you. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, we'll see you, sir. We'll see you chasing that dog down the street. That's what it's going to be. He'll come.
That's going to be fucked up.
JD, he gonna come back all hot and sweating with bite marks on him where his dog done drug his ass down the fucking street.
That's a damn shame.
He don't got no.
Then I'll be awake for real.
He don't keep no regular dogs, man. He only has, the whole time I've known him, Great Danes. Like,
damn,
he don't make it easy on himself when it comes to a dog. Like, he ain't got no Jack Russell, no Beagles. This motherfucker got horse dogs. I went to his house earlier this week, and I didn't see the dog, but I could hear it through the doors. And if it got through that door and he wasn't standing beside me, that dog was ready to rip my face off. I was like, no, brother. I don't want none of that smoke. I ain't got no pistol on me neither. No, I ain't gonna do that.
Hell no.
Yeah, big old dog. I'm talking since I was a little kid going over to their house. He's always had a Great Dane. Like, they're beautiful dogs. And, I mean, they definitely protect that house. But, boy, if you don't know them, that's some trouble.
They not fucking with you.
Hell no, they ain't.
But that's any dog that gets fed right. If you got a dog that you feed right all the time, he know who feeds him. He's going to protect that. And he's subject to anybody's face off. But that's how you know when you got a good dog. Because a kid can walk in and he won't fuck with that kid.
Right. Honestly, that's how my iguana is. I'm the only one who feeds him, takes him out, waters him, things like that. So when I grab a hold of him, he knows he just chilling. Now anybody else grab a hold of him, that motherfucker ready to he ready to tail whip and do the most. But I get a hold of him, like when I first grab him, he get a little angry, but that motherfucker knows damn good and well he don't want to bite me because he knows that's the hand that feeds his ass. He know he bite me, that shit's over. He gonna be in the dumpster somewhere.
Yeah, you're a bold man for that iguana though. I can't fuck with them motherfuckers regardless. I don't like nothing reptile.
You know what's wild? I lived vicariously through my child with some shit like that. All growing up, I wanted a lizard. And my parents was like, fuck no. Like, don't even consider it. So when I had a kid, it was one birthday, I didn't know what to get her. I was like, I don't know. And I was dead set between a bird and a lizard. And I took it to the pet store. You know, pet store out there off Bardstown Road, Pet Palace?
Yeah.
I take her in there one day and I show her the birds. I figured that was the dead set. She gonna get a little parakeet or something. She ain't really fucking with the birds. I take her over to the lizards, and oh man, she was digging them. So I was like, all right. I take her home, go back to her mama's house. Probably about a month later, it's her birthday. I go back up there and get an iguana. And I've done had this motherfucker probably about 6-7 years now. And I mean, really, he good as gold. He ain't never bit nobody. I mean, he get a little angry, try to slap his tail at somebody, but he ain't never tried to bite nobody. He don't really fuck nobody. Like, and if he's cold and you grab him, he just like hangs out on you. You know what I mean? Because your body heat is only heat he getting, and he love that shit. So he's just hanging out. Really, he's sitting in your lap like a little puppy dog or something if he's cold. But man, if he's warm and ready to go, that motherfucker's ready to run. He all over the goddamn place. But as soon as he get a little cold, he just slow down to a slow creep. It's the wildest shit. That's that cold-blooded shit. That's the wildest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, man, like, yeah, my parents would never fuck with the lizards. So as soon as I had a kid, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get you what I never had. So honestly, I got it for her for her birthday. It's her lizard, but kind of
you tend to him.
Selfishly, I kind of got that motherfucker for myself. Because I could never have one when I was a kid. But
that's what it was.
He does his thing. Like, I get him out. He ain't, like, most of the time what he does when I get him out, he'll crawl around the house for a little bit. He'll come visit you for a little bit. And then he gets up underneath a couch and he just goes to sleep. And he'll just be there until I pull the couch out and grab his ass. Like, he don't really cause no, like, honestly, that dog I had that I was chasing around.
Yeah, that dumb bitch was crazy.
He made me appreciate that damn lizard so much. Because I was like, this lizard ain't never caused me half the trouble as this goddamn dog has. Never. So I was like, you know what? I fuck with the lizard, man, because he ain't trained, but he just naturally way better behaved than that fucking, like, the dog chew up pillars, go outside in the mud, and before I clean the paws off, she shake loose from me, jump all over the furniture. I gotta clean the furniture. The lizard, I get him out, and he just kind of crawl around, and then he go find the corner, and then go to sleep. Like, I'm like, man, he way better than the dog. Well, not every dog, but he better than the dog I had for sure.
Yeah. I got a friend. She got a fucking, what's them little motherfuckers called? They like jewelry.
Jewelry. A lizard?
The fuck are they called? No. Ferret.
Oh, a ferret.
She got a little ferret. And she been had that ferret for about 4 or 5 years. And I told her, one day I'm talking to her on the phone. It was one night. I'm talking to her on the phone. I hear her get up to go to the door and she's cussing. And she come back. She said, little motherfucker. I said, what is it? She said, I thought the motherfucker was in here. He must have got out. The king didn't know he got out. That's her son. He must have not knew he got out. Some bitch done got scared out there and then come back, knocked on the damn door so he can get in. I said, knock on the door. She said, yeah. She said, if he gets out of the house, when he's ready to come in, he'll come over and scratch on the damn door until you open the door and let him in.
Damn. That's, like I said, that's way better than that dog I had. That dog I had, he get out, it was just gone. I go searching for the motherfucker.
What's that dog's name? Stacy?
Yeah, that gonna get you cussed out. Wait till I tell her that shit.
Hey, she's in bed.
I do wonder what happened to that dog, though.
The one I had run off?
Yeah, I do wonder what happened to him.
I tell you how foul I am. My wife got the neighborhood app, and we looked on the neighborhood app, and some lady had that dog in her yard. And said, if anybody knows this dog, I got it.
And you roll by it. Yeah,
I'm gonna take it to Metro Animal tomorrow. But if it's your dog, we got it. She's a sweet dog. We won't know. And I looked dead in Stacy's eyes, and I said, "Well, are we going to get this dog back or what?" And she looked at me, and I knew right then and there. I was like, "Well, I guess that motherfucker going to Metro then."
Yeah, they may still have him.
Honestly, though, she was as sweet as you could ask for of a dog. I mean, as far as she never fucked with the kids, she never growled, she never tried to bite a goddamn soul. But boy, when it came that door open and she got a little bit of
It
freedom,
was fucking wide open, wasn't it?
she was out. She was Kunta Kinte in this motherfucker. She was gone. She was free. Like
I had a pit bull that was like that, but she knew every time I caught her ass, bitch.
She gonna get beat.
You better get your ass in this car, or you gonna fuck around and starve to death at this motherfucker. So then she got used to not chasing, not running. When she got out, she wouldn't run. I guess she said, "I damn it, you just don't." She said, "I can run, and your ass is on me like you was standing beside me when I took the fuck off. So I'm not gonna run no more." And then one day she growled at me, and I damn near knocked her ass out. We were good after that. I hit her dead in the top of her head. I hit her so damn hard. My little neighbor across the street, he loved dogs. He was a dog guy. Well, he's a dog guy now. He loved dogs. They had about 3 pit bulls in their house, but he loved my pit bull. And I hit her in the head one day, and she was inside her cage. And the bitch went to snap at me, and I punched her in the head, and she stumbled and kind of fell down, and she got back up. And I looked around, and his ass was walking out of the yard going home. And his mama called me about 20 minutes later. She said, "JD," I said, "What?" She said, "What the fuck did you do to Eva?"
You mean ass? Yeah, you're evil,
I said,
JD. You're evil.
I said, "That bitch tried to bite me." I said, "Fuck, I buy his dog food and feeds this bitch my leftovers." I said, "She eats good." And she tried to bite me, so I tried to knock her ass out. I said, "Well, how in the fuck you know?" Tony done come home. He's at home crying. Said, "Mama, JD hit her so hard he damn near killed her."
I tell you what.
Fuck me up.
I seen a motherfucker one time. Do you remember pizza delivery guy? Do you remember Shannon Manus, Sandy and Shannon Casey's parents?
Yep. Because the fucking dad of that crew was
Louis.
No, but I mean there was a few of them, and they were roofers, weren't they?
Yeah, Louis, Shane.
Yeah, I think they were related to the Kidwells. Yeah, I do.
So we're over at Shannon's house for a 4th of July party. He had 2 full-grown pit bulls, Zeke and fuck, what was the other one's name? I don't remember. But Zeke and something. It was a girl. Well, we go up, and Devin's a little kid, and Devin left the door open, and Zeke ran out. Well, right behind Zeke, Shannon's running behind Zeke. He already knew. Well, this lady's walking a little teacup poodle down the yard, and Zeke's on that motherfucker's ass. He's fucking woo. He's going right. He's about to tear that dog up. As soon as he gets to the dog with his mouth open, about to bite the shit out of this little poodle, Shannon tackles him, rolls him over, and he snapped in Shannon's face. And when he did, Shannon, pow, hit that motherfucking dog right in the face. That lady said, "Oh, don't hurt your dog." He said, "Yeah, he'll kill you and your dog. You better get out of here."
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
He grabbed Zeke and went in. About an hour later, we're all sitting in the house, and Zeke walks in with his tail tucked, and he look up. I swear to God, this motherfucker, his eye was swelled up where Shannon hit it. I never seen nobody give a dog a black eye, but he shows him he fucking swelled that dog's eye up. Man,
all right, man, my
shit's
getting ready to fucking dead out of here. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here for a little bit. I'm gone. All right, tell me bye, guys.
Yeah, we done did a Kanye West interview.
Yep. We shutting her down. He's out of here.
2 hours and 53 minutes.
Oh yeah, we done lost the viewers after an hour 30. You know that's our cutoff usually, but we've been drinking talking.
But we
shit.
just drunk.
I'll tell you the wild shit though tonight. We had a random viewer. I think we've been doing this shit long enough to roll through the regular YouTube scrolls because we had a dude named Shadow Smurf, and he just popped up randomly in the comments, and he said that our video just popped up on his regular feed. So I was like, damn, we've been doing this shit long enough. We in regular feed.
Yeah.
So not for nothing, you know, we turning it up. We turning it up, but yeah, man, I
Oh,
need to eat these
this shit ain't
motherfucking
no different
wings,
from selling dope.
right?
If you do it long enough, eventually you'll double up.
Yeah, so not for nothing. I thought that was a good look just because we had some stranger nobody knows nothing about, don't know where he is, where he from, showed up. So, I'll take it, whatever. We'll take the view.
Damn right.
He
Yep.
rolled
Tell
with
him
us for
jump
a
on this
while.
motherfucker.
It was funny though. I could see him watching us in the screen. And I think about it at the 2 hour marker, he was out. But hey, he rolled with us. Brand new dude. So shout out to Shadow Smurf for riding with us. It was funny. He was like, "What is this show?"
Tell him he can
I
get
don't
the
even know how
link.
to explain it to you, man. I was like, we just on here talking shit, man.
If he drink, tell him to get the link.
Right?
Come on. Oh, you a drink. Come on, let's talk shit. Because this is what we do. We would do it even if it wasn't a podcast. So we may as well do it and make a podcast out of it.
Yeah. It's basically you just basically just seeing what we would do around the campfire, at the bar, at the cookout. Like you just in it with us, like normal business for us.
Yep. We always drinking.
But outside of that, we'll close it out. A little Blurred Minds business real quick. I heard through the grapevine that on my man's birthday coming up in November, I can't remember the date. I apologize, but in November, Eels World Podcast is coming back. So shout out my guy ACL. He better get back in the saddle, do his YouTube thing.
All right.
Somebody got to say this shit. Earth the Nerve done told me he planning on dropping a big video here soon, so y'all can look out for that. And as far as I know, come hella high water, this coming Sunday, Shop Talk Sports. We back in the saddle with Shop Talk Sports. So anybody watching, anybody who made it through the 3 hours of our bullshit to this portion of the show, if you like sports, you got a team, you want to rep a team, you like talking shit, NFL, NCAA, the smut, as far as Antonio Brown situations, Brett Favre situations, we got you. And I'm pretty sure we back on that. Other than that, 5 Finger Fiasco next Tuesday. We back in the saddle. We doing our thing. And of course, next Tuesday is the last Tuesday before Halloween. So I think we're gonna creep it out. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna maybe stay in the spirit of Halloween next Tuesday night. I might try to come up with something for that. But yeah, man. We just out here grinding, doing our thing. Another motherfucking week. Another week of talking shit. If that's about all I got, man. You got anything to let the people know, JD, before we ride out, or we just out this bitch?
We enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah.
Above
absolutely.
everything else. Enjoy the rest of your week. I ain't telling you to become an alcoholic, but if you need a drink, get a drink.
Guaranteed.
And stay calm. That's it.
Best
we
thing
all
I
out
ever
here.
heard. Best thing I ever heard. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. That's it.
There it is. Well,
That
with
is
all
it.
that said, I am J Wall the Jerk. This is 5 Finger Fiasco, Blurred Minds Media. We always representing All Gas Mob. We do what we do. That's my guy JD, the motherfucking godfather of this joint, the fucking talent director, the motherfucking pseudo producer now of Shop Talk Sports, because once this man get in the host here, we seem to do good shows to get a cracker, so we're gonna keep on that formula. If it ain't broke, don't break it.
Don't.
So
We're trying to get a bag.
yeah, we're trying to get a bag. My guy once said, what was it, the Camaro?
No, the 2024 Chevy Chevelle.
The Chevelle. My guy wants that 2024 Chevy Chevelle. Got a hot ticket on it, about $150,000. So
But it's got 1,500 horsepower.
So we're gonna keep this thing smoking till you see my guy pull up live in that motherfucking car, and that's how we're gonna do this motherfucking joint. So until next Tuesday, until this coming Sunday, it's Blurred Minds Media, and we out this bitch.
Doses.